Excuse me. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode. I am Michael Petrow, and joining me on the show this week is Charles Fernandes, is Jimmy Skinner, and is Martin Navarro. That's not proper English, but who fucking cares? And we are doing one of our first of many fan casting debates. I was taught this by Sean and Todd from the Sean and Todd Geek podcast. Basically, we took a graphic novel and converted it to the screen. In this case, we are taking an already made animated series titled Invincible. It's derived from Robert Kirkman's mind, one of the best comic book writers out there. Also, you can give him credit for The Walking Dead if you didn't know. That's his baby. So we're taking the animated series and we're fan casting it for the big screen because they're making a movie of it later on this year or next year or whenever the fuck COVID decides to release its chokehold on everything. Point is, we're doing a fan casting debate. So we are going to do the director, who should direct the screen version of Invincible, who should star in it, what kind of soundtrack should it have, and what studio should take on this project. So that's who's on the show. That's what's on the show. Check out a supercut of this online. Watch some trailers. Really get into it if you haven't seen it. It's deliciously violent, so bloody. Things you could never do in a feature with live action, you get away with in animation. And as a person who has said previously, I'm not a big animation buff, this is the show that kind of clinched me and brought me back into the fold. So apologies to everybody. I know it's awesome, and I'm late to the party, but yeah. Anyways, that's all I really got. TheRealDebaters.ca in full swing if you want to check out everything about us. Our ats have changed at Real Debaters Pod, REEL for all the spelling. For all you new guys, if you want to find out how to stay in touch, get in touch, or learn more about our universe, stick around at the end. There'll be a little clip at the end that you can listen to. All of it's in the show notes as well, too, so I'm just being redundant at this point. I got nothing else for you, so we hope you enjoy our first fan casting of the TV show, the Amazon Prime, deliciously bloody, Invincible. I will cue the reel. You enjoy the show.
Let's tidy up this tangle of film by putting it on a reel. Here is a motion picture film, 1,000 feet, 16,000 separate photographs.
Welcome everybody to the official debate section of the chart.
What's the truth? You can't handle the truth.
Sir, you're out of order.
Out of order. I show you out of order.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Real Debaters production. I am Michael Petrow.
I'm Charles Fernandes.
I'm this week. I wish I could do a Willem Dafoe impression.
That was pretty good.
I'm stopping the introductions. Please give me your best right now.
But you love my lobster.
And in Vancouver.
Oh God, I got nothing.
Yeah.
Impression.
Jimmy, you make the intro so worth it. Like,
You love my lobster, don't you? I could do better.
I always think of Avenge Me.
I don't even have a Willem Dafoe waiting to go.
Oh, man.
I don't. Yeah,
Can't
I
wait
think.
for
You
Willem
don't
Dafoe.
have- you
No, I do. There we go. There's one.
You don't have a
I didn't
Dafoe
even
on the
know that
go?
was a Dafoe impression.
I
That
love
was just
his
me.
cross-dressing in Boondock.
I was gonna say.
You're going to do that impression here?
It
Oh,
was
yeah.
a firefly.
There's one. Yeah, there's another one. I was gonna do mine from Life Aquatic, where he's like,
Wow.
he's the Zissou. Don't you mess with him, Sonny.
Oh, fuck. I love that movie so much.
We love you, Willem Dafoe. Ladies
love
and
you.
gentlemen,
Welcome to Willem Dafoe.
welcome to Willem Dafoe podcast.
Welcome
Yes.
to the Willem Dafoe
when
Hour.
he actually sings the Itsy Bitsy Spider in Spider-Man, it's incredible.
It is.
Only Dafoe can get away with that.
Who else did? It's Christopher Walken that does nursery rhymes. That
Oh, yeah.
Martin has reminded us
So
of.
that was my take on
yeah.
Christopher
Yeah.
Walken. Christopher Walken doesn't actually do nursery rhymes.
He reinterprets.
That was my interpretation.
It's my reimagining of Christopher Walken.
Okay, all right, ladies and gentlemen, you're in for a treat this week. We've been trying to plan doing this style of conversation / debate with this property for 6 months, I think. And then at one point I was like, well, we should all do it. And then I'm like, well, we'll just be fucking spooning in this room at that point. So
And boy, are we.
and we are anyway. We still have room, but fuck it. Like, those aren't pillows. Give me a point. Planes, trains, and automobiles.
Those aren't pillows.
Those aren't pillows. What you're about to hear this week is our first fan casting. And I learned this. First of all, I have to preface this by saying this is not my idea. This is Sean McGinnity's idea from Sean Geek. Me and Mark did an episode Number is not with me right now, but we did this for actually no information about this is with me right now. We did it for a comic book which was about knights in present day. It was King Arthur's knights in the Round
This is
Table.
all very specific, but also very vague.
Yeah,
At the same time.
see how long I can do this for. And what we did was we sat there and we fan casted everybody who we thought should play each knight. So there was Percival, there was Arthur,
Lancelot.
Lancelot, thank you. I was just going to keep saying Percival. And
Brave Sir Robin.
is he one? You just made that up. You don't get a point.
Little John.
Little John.
Kevin. Kevin, the knight that nobody knew. The 13th one.
Yeah, the one in the back.
The one in the back. But we did it, and it was super fun. And I wanted to do this for our show. So this episode is entirely dedicated to the Sean McGinnity, the Sean Geek podcast with Sean and Todd, because we had so much fun doing it. So what we're doing today, first of all, we're completely obliterating what you watched this week because this is going to take way too fucking long. So we're just going to dive right into this. But I feel the only person in the room who can really explain the comic book is Charles. Like, we've all watched Invincible, which is the topic today. We've all seen it. We're all very well versed in it. But Charles, you were on Team Invincible well before Kirkman got it as an animated series on Prime. So why don't you preface everybody with just some backstory before we begin?
Okay. I'll give backstory that's not spoilers in any way or anything. 'Cause
Perfect.
I know.
Well, it's been out for a while, so if you haven't,
But even
where
the
you're
comic
right,
book
yeah.
goes, like the
Yeah.
show is still very introduction, right, to
Fair
this
enough.
universe.
Yeah.
But long story short, Invincible is a way more realistic look at not only a kid coming of age, but he gets superpowers. So he imagines Superman becoming Superman fully at like 17. And it kind of, in Robert Kirkman style, it's a very comedic but real look at it. Like, this series can take you from laughing your ass off to being like, holy fucking shit, in like the same scene.
I agree with that. Martin, what do you think about that?
Yeah, that's exactly how I described it, I think, when we first started talking about it. As a what did you watch?
Yes, exactly. And he said what would happen if a superhero went through puberty and all of the things, which is a great way for all of us to relate. Like, we've all grown hair on our balls, our voices have all gotten deeper.
Yeah.
We just aren't able to fly.
Right. And like, again, and it goes bigger than that, but it basically follows this kid who becomes his superhero of Invincible. His dad is a more known established superhero already in this universe, so it's like
He's the OG.
Superman. Yeah, it's like Superman's son. So we're following Superman's son, kind of following in Superman's footsteps. He's also dealing with regular things like going to school and girls and whatnot, which is hilarious.
What's a super boner?
And
like?
also, superheroes have been established in this universe for a while, so people are like not looking up as much when a superhero flies by because this is every day. Or it's more so the reality of, if you see a superhero flying up, you're like, fuck, run the opposite way, because they're probably going to save something that's going to be scary by you.
Yeah, like the building will crash and, and you'll be
Right.
collateral damage.
So it's kind of like, and it's neat. And then obviously from there, literally, I would say every issue of the comic / every episode of the show twists and turns. And they definitely love to end on a juicy cliffhanger to really keep you going, and it's great.
Good Lord,
great.
do they ever.
Oh, yeah.
Jimmy, I mean, Martin, I think, was the first to watch it. Jimmy, you were very quickly after. I think I came in my pants with Charles at the same time when we started watching it together. And then Mark and Rob kind of were the, coup d'etat. So to speak.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, you should definitely check out this series.
Probably watch Invincible before this.
Yeah. If you definitely,
That's like the one thing. You should
Spoiler alert,
do.
we're going to talk about shit, so maybe watch it before.
Yeah, a little bit of a
Thanks for that, Jimmy.
spoiler warning. A
Yeah.
little bit of a spoiler warning. But at the same time, if you enjoy it too, you're going to love the show.
or
just
watch
don't.
it, or
Yeah.
watch it while we're doing it. Like, put
Totally.
this on in the background,
Or just like play this episode on repeat like 100,000 times.
yes. Stop
Yes.
listening to everything after
Yes.
and just listen to this.
Buy
Yes.
a skateboard deck.
Yeah. Great product placement, Martin. Well played, sir. So I didn't really have an order of this, but I feel that thinking about this morning, I thought we should probably cast the cast first. And for preface, ladies and gentlemen,
Let's do director first.
You want to do
'Cause
director
I think
first?
director
I think we
kind
should-
of
Yeah,
I
director
agree
kind of
with
sets a
Martin,
tone.
yeah.
Okay, so it sets a tone. All right,
the tone for the
perfect.
cast.
Yeah, because I was going to go blank slate where we cast and then what director plays with these people. But if you want to start and give it that, that's fine with me. Okay, perfect. So, ladies and gentlemen, all we were going to do is we are going to argue each other's cast picks until we can settle on who should do what job, what studio, what kind of soundtrack, and who's going to play each position, so to speak. So, Charles, because this is your baby and like you have the books, I feel that it's only fair for you. Like, you're our comic book guy, you're our nerd guy, you're our superhero guy. Like, for me to play in this with you in the room, I would feel like I'd be stepping on your dick. So why don't you lead us off with who you think should direct the live action version of Invincible? Because for ladies, it is a cartoon right now. For you who haven't seen it, we're going live action, real life. And once you see this show, you'll understand why this is a really good fucking idea. So take us off, buddy.
Oh,
geek is
wow.
cool now.
Okay.
Okay.
Honored. Really honored. Okay.
You felt coming here today, so I just I wanna make it, I wanna bring
that
you up.
was fun. Didn't feel invincible, that's for sure.
Yeah, neither, your car is though.
So director, this was tough, man. I had I think like everybody, like I was balancing everything with like a top 3, let's say.
Yeah, all
But
day
the
long.
more I think about it, even on the drive here, I'm gonna just Edgar Wright.
Oh,
Edgar Wright is
okay.
kind of a filmmaker I would love to see handle something like this, because after Scott Pilgrim, I love the idea of him really making it comic book-ish.
Yeah, he could do that again.
Right.
Right. Okay. All right.
Like
Keep going.
seeing it come off the page more so, getting that comic book feel. I feel like he could embrace it even more in this. Also, I like the idea of him really having, especially after his latest, having an idea of dealing with something so colorful and so destructive.
So you have seen One Night in
and
Soho?
scary. I haven't seen it yet, but I understand the premise, and I think that Invincible is like, he's probably like, he's gotten his feet wet in this new kind of venture for him.
Sure. Yeah.
Right? And then Invincible can just go full, even more like, even crazier than I'm sure Soho is, right? Like,
I don't even know do you guys know the premise behind One Night in Soho at all? I feel Ian would be the one to take us through this the best.
Oh,
he,
yeah.
met the fucking guy.
I saw it the other night.
Oh,
Not
nice.
the other night, a couple weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I
Oh,
really
yay,
did. I
yay.
think he can absolutely make a horror movie, and he did a very good job.
Interesting. You know what? He
Cool.
does have a palette.
Yeah.
Right? He's not just like a Paul Thomas Anderson or Steven Spielberg even. I mean, I hate to pigeonhole Steven Spielberg, but you can see a Steven Spielberg movie standing in the line to get popcorn.
That's
Right.
this movie. It's
That's-
very
okay.
much an Edgar Wright movie.
All right.
Oh, love it.
Now, is there besides Scott Pilgrim, is there any other reason? Because you've already seen him do something. Is that it, or is it his lighting? Is it his camera work? Is it the way he likes to tell a story?
Yeah, it's all of it. Like, I love, one of my favorite things he does is I love how he progresses mundane things like getting coffee and eating. Right?
he
The
MacGuffins
close-ups.
the shit out of something.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. And it's great because it's still substance, but it's the substance that you're used to, but you're getting it in a way that you're like, it's refreshing and it's engaging still. You know what I mean? Like, I don't drink coffee at all, but when he films the way they get coffee, I'm like, God damn, he poured me one of those. Just the way he shoots and edits it. You know what I mean? Like,
I get
and
it, yeah.
I really love, and like seeing something going as early as his work from Shaun of the Dead, obviously Scott Pilgrim, and then Baby Driver. I think he's maturing more so in how he does it, but he's still priming that style of, editing and the way he cuts things, and even Invincible, the way it is as an animated show, the music is very much tied into the show itself.
It is.
He could do a very
And
good
after
job.
Baby Driver, and I'm sure Soho, he knows that shit. He knows how to direct a scene purely to a song, or vice versa. You know what I mean?
Well, giving
Like,
Baby Driver his own soundtrack.
That's what I mean.
And turning Baby Driver's world to an in-world experience
We know
for
he can
us.
do it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, all right.
yeah.
I can get down with that.
yeah.
Can he do ultra-violent though?
You know what? And I think, like, the way that I see him doing it is in the comic book sense, like getting those big close-ups of the blood coming out of the mouth after a big hit and then zooming out and seeing the big scale. I think this would be the perfect project for him to try that out.
Well, these Sean Pilgrim Sean Pilgrim. That's what I did there.
Scott Pilgrim.
The Scott Pilgrim shots where, like, for example, when he's fighting one of the 9X or 14X boyfriends.
Goddamn, Mike.
So I don't know how many.
I mean, even
7X. Is it 7X boyfriend?
Seven evil X's.
Thank you.
7 evil X's.
I didn't come up in the comic book. I cheated.
I'm
I went
taking
right.
points away.
7 points.
So, but like, I feel that when like those uppercut shots
Yeah,
of
man.
fighting the one dancing X, the
Yeah.
emo X, the one I
Yeah.
sympathized with. I was like, I wear eyeliner too. I get
Don't
it.
relate to the evil X's.
If I said Chris Pine, you guys would have just like jumped all over
It was
me.
Chris
so.
Evans.
7. But that's the exact scene.
Damn it.
He
More
did
points
it.
than
I love
nothing.
that he did it to himself too.
I'll be in the comments, guys. Take me up.
But that's
Feel
the
free.
exact scene I was thinking of.
Okay.
Is when he fights Chris Evans. That's a very Invincible-esque. The big
is.
long shots, the big huge hits. There's even that one. I love that shot. I think he launches Scott Pilgrim and then he's looking at somebody. He's like, "Hey, how's it going? What's up?" And then he comes back in a frame and then hits him again or
Yes.
something.
Okay.
You know, along those lines kind of thing. And I think Edgar, he can do big scale and he can make big scale seem even larger in that comic book way. Like Brandon Routh going vegan mode. Imagine Adam Eve going Adam Eve mode. It would be very much like the whole scene dims down and you just see her illuminated, right? And it's like
True.
that comic
Yeah.
booky kind of, but it's real. Like you're like, you know what I mean? Like yeah. I just love his approach to comic books. I think it's the way comic books should be approached.
Well, I've attacked you here, Martin, Jimmy. I'll shut up. What do you think? Yes, no?
No, I think it totally makes sense. Like
Yeah?
it's I think that's gonna be a hard pick to argue against.
Okay.
Same thing.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a hard one to argue against. I agree.
Okay.
And like, I love Scott Pilgrim, so.
Right?
I do too.
Right.
Like it's the one I go to. All Scott
But you
Pilgrim.
can't remember his name.
I go to Sean Pilgrim all the time.
Sean Pilgrim, the sequel.
Edgar Wright. I won't do this if I ever talk to you. I promise.
You're like a dad trying to relate to his young daughter.
How about those Sean Pilgrims, honey?
I saw that one.
Oh, I'm about to go vegan mode.
Dad, shut up! You're embarrassing me.
I'm gonna go vegan mode.
Vegan. You'll be gone. Okay, we got Edgar Wright number 1. Should we write these down or we'll remember? I think we're not totally there yet.
I'll make a list just in case.
All right. So we got Edgar Wright number 1. Would anybody else like to go second, or would you like me to go second?
You know, I'll go.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So what's our old saying at this point?
There's a few.
If it wouldn't be real debaters if one of us didn't quite understand the
assignments.
rules.
Yes.
And it also seems that anytime I bring that up, it ends up being me.
That's fine.
So-
I mean,
love it.
It
I
is
love it.
for us. I don't know if our listeners dig it at all, but for us, it's fucking fun.
I
So you got
love it.
like it makes
Well,
for a great experience.
You get hidden gems, my friend.
No, I'm sure. I'm sorry, Jimmy. I'm sure our listeners like it. I
did. I actually recast this with characters from Hidden Gems.
Yes.
who has a Furby? Is that the right movie? Did I get the right movie? Who has a Furby covered diamond
I
pendant?
regret not doing that now, but whatever. Kevin Garnett is invincible. No, I picked Wes Anderson, and I kind of recast. Like all my picks are Wes Anderson related because I thought we were doing a theme.
That's fine because you know what? You like. Here's what I love. At the end of this, I bet you somebody in this room is going to be like, "Nope, I'm going to Wes Anderson." Dude.
I'm going to
my
Wes
God.
Anderson's Invincible
Totally.
tonight.
Yeah, that's
Totally.
why it would be. Do you know what? Okay, I'll
What
let
is it
you-
in French?
Let's let him argue it
Yes, sorry.
instead of
Half of it
speak
is
on his
in
behalf.
French. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it could be just like seeing his style and the way that he wants to make movies. I think he could take a comic book movie and maybe even make it something totally different than we haven't seen from comic book movies before. And I think that would be kind of interesting. And wouldn't it be fun if everybody was like awkward but confident, and it's just a weird contrast, and you're like, I wish I could speak that way.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Totally.
The problem is that Wes Anderson is a staple in my life. So I have said it before that he makes worlds, not universes. So the world of Invincible would be a lovely take through the eyes of Wes Anderson. Like the blues and the yellows of his costume,
Right.
the red and the white of Omni-Man.
Totally.
The Thrasher brothers. Like who would he?
You
I can't
just
wait
wa-
to see who you casted.
You just wait until you see who I cast.
Oh my God.
There's no wrong answer. That's the best part of this. It's just
Well,
what's the motley crew of shit we're gonna end up with. But okay, go on, Wes Anderson.
Oh, I don't have much.
Okay, all right. Fair.
Well, now that I know that we're just presenting a talking point.
Yes, yeah, you can fucking go off, man. You want to go in the other room while we
Filibuster, Jimmy.
filibuster, Jimmy?
Filibuster. Cut to the Sarlacc pit. Sorry, that's my favorite
He could just,
filibuster.
I don't know, I feel very confident in what he could do with a comic book movie.
I want to see it. Like I need to see it now. I need to see one of these guys step outside of their comfort zone. I think it would be.
Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah.
Oh my God, totally.
Like to look back and be Wes Anderson and say I've made this this anthology of films and worlds.
Time to do a Marvel.
Time to Kevin Feige. What do you say?
Wes Anderson's Blade.
He's on a scooter, just like sword out.
Like Wes Anderson's Iron Man,
Oh
but
my God.
it's Jason Schwartzman,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right?
You just wait.
and it's like
Just fucking wait.
a dickish, sarcastic, like waspy, flippy-haired Iron Man.
I would even just love to be in the production meetings with Wes Anderson and see how interesting just his way of like filming or like,
I'd be
figuring
sweating.
out to shoot this would be, because it'd be so different than everybody that's ever approached a superhero anything, right? Like,
All
Think
right.
about it.
yeah.
Consider for your consideration.
For your consideration, Academy, if you're listening. All right, let's swing out to the West. Martin, who's your director of choice?
So I'm glad Jimmy misinterpreted the rules because I also did.
Yes,
I love it.
I love it.
But I also made a serious one, but I made a fun one as well. But I'm gonna go with the fun one since Jimmy had a fun one. Because I'm sure someone will pick the serious one that I have. But I went with Quentin Tarantino.
No,
Nice.
yes.
Invincible.
Nice.
It'll probably be the first movie he's ever done where there's no N-bomb.
I like that you said probably.
He'll argue.
We
for
can't
5.
rule it out. It
Yeah.
might be in his contract. We don't know.
You
Yeah.
never know.
No, it definitely it is contract.
I picked it because mainly with a lot of his recent movies, if you look at the formula he's done, it's basically a lot of cool dialogue, a lot of character interaction, focusing on scenes, and then just a crazy, crazy gore fest at the end. And I think that's what Invincible had a lot in the episodes. It was very
Yeah.
dialogue, character driven, building, and then all of a sudden, holy shit moments at the very end. And I think his gore would be, the over the top blood scenes and
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
like that, and the killing. So I think he'd be good at that part too.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're right. The way you I should turn my mic down here. The way you explain an episode is the exact way that Tarantino directs a movie.
It's all about that build-up.
It's all about that buildup, exactly. And then, but that big blood splatter,
Oh.
shoot him up, chop him up,
Fucks you up.
fuck you up.
That's why we're gonna need the Magnum condoms.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean that's how the first episode started,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Just this boring, cardboard tasting, mundane life of a
And
kid
then,
Yeah.
What the fuck?
in a big what the fuck in the middle, and then like I showed Shauna it the other night when I was writing this out, just like because I'm like I can't do this. I try to do this sometimes where I'm not watching the thing, and I'm
Yeah,
like, no,
yeah,
I need to
yeah.
put the thing on.
Yeah. Just some inspiration,
I'm
right?
getting a character here.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah.
Getting a mark for a
Right.
second.
Yeah.
And I showed it to her, and she was like, "What am I looking at?" And I was like, "I know you don't give a shit, right?" But
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
just watch how hard they go and
Yeah.
compare it to if they were trying to do this as a live action. And she
Right.
was like, "Okay, that's intense." And I'm like, "That's what I wanted you to see
Yeah.
was this crazy,
Yeah.
eye gouging, skull crushing, arm ripping, neck breaking assault that only Quentin Tarantino really could do." Are there feet, Martin?
Oh, there's definitely gonna be feet. Just wait till you see I'm casting it.
Yeah.
Oh,
The new villain is rewritten to Mr. Foot.
yeah. Whoever the villain is, feet for hands.
Yeah, yeah, totally.
Feet for feet,
I
for
kick
hands.
everything.
All right. Any guys? I'll shut up for a sec. Any disagree? Agree?
No, this is going to be a tough pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a wicked pick.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have noticed that there is a dark set of humor underneath all of this,
Yeah.
and it plays into the ripping off of certain characters. It plays into the relationship Mark has with Adam Eve, that Mark has with Amber. Like there's these jabs and these dark quips, and I feel if this was to get one more level elevated to live action, that James Gunn is probably the best choice for this.
Wow.
And the reason I say that is because he could add that level of silly that Suicide Squad has, that fun bromancy shit that goes down in Guardians.
Right.
Knowing his past and knowing the jokes that he's made, I never felt that they were cancelable. But when you work for Disney, they definitely are something you should cancel.
Yeah,
like, that's
you can't
not
sell toys.
It's not
with
Disney's
that.
brand, right?
Yeah.
You know, he has dark
Yeah.
humor, but he's not a bad guy. So
No.
I felt that James Gunn treatment for this, having already done comic book movies,
Totally.
and not having done a comic book movie that if it bombs would really flop, right? Like there's a following for Invincible because it's not a mainstream comic book from my understanding, which is why it's such a great show, because it's not mainstream. It's not so known. So for him to take it, where if you put somebody, like I had JJ,
Yeah.
I had Zack Snyder,
Yeah.
I had those guys who could make it big.
Yeah.
Lens flares and slow mo.
Blurred motion all day long.
Yeah.
But like at the same time, JJ is never dark. JJ's brand
I don't think
is
he.
not.
I don't think he can get dark enough to do it.
I can't see
don't think
JJ
so.
holding, and I mean we're applying 10 episodes to one movie, so but this would probably be a series of 4 movies, I'd say, over the course of 12 years.
I
maybe.
would
It's a
say.
quad?
Yeah, I could see it as a quad.
Wow.
I would say the first movie, it would be a good idea to end it the way the first season did, and I think in 2 hours you could do that.
Okay,
I think so.
so then give James Gunn the subway fight.
Yeah.
That will be.
Oh yeah, and he'll love it. He'll have so much fun with it.
There'll be some funny
Yeah.
moments to it where like an eye pops out of one of the
Yeah.
one of the people on the bus,
Oh,
or
yeah.
like when Mark turns around, it'll exist, but when Mark turns around, there'll be someone's jaw just falling off the
Yeah.
side of his face. Like those are the James Gunny things that he did, like with Pete Davidson in The Suicide
Yeah.
Squad,
Yeah.
where they just
Yeah.
killed him instantly.
Oh, fuck, that
That's
was
the
great.
stuff that I'm applying to
Yeah.
the violent aspects, because I know he
Totally.
can do big action.
Yeah.
It's, can you make the darkness pop and not just be so intense?
Totally.
All right. Wow, that felt good. I like this. This is fun. Edgar Wright, Wes Anderson, Quentin Tarantino, Shaun of the... No, I'm kidding. Shaun of the Dead. No, and James Gunn. Okay, so now we're going to go around the room. Raise your hand, and let's see where we land here for everybody else's picks. If you had to pick Jimmy, where are you landing out of all 5? 4. Fuck, what's wrong with me?
There's 10 of us in this room.
Those aren't pillows.
It's tough because I know what James Gunn could do with it, and I feel like we saw kind of what James Gunn would do with it with the Suicide Squad, so it's... I think I'd rather go somewhere where it would be something completely new,
Okay.
and I think that would probably have to go with Edgar Wright.
All right. Ooh. 1 for Edgar Wright. Martin, what about you?
I'm gonna go with something completely off the wall because I want to see also something completely new. I'm gonna go with Wes Anderson.
1 for Wes Anderson, coming out in second place.
I want to see that movie. I want to see him make a comic book movie now.
I think it'd be really fun.
Charles, you want to go last and have control, or do you? Because I've realized that if you go last, you have the most control in these.
Whatever. Hey man, it's up to you.
You're
It's up to you.
you're our expert. You're a field expert, today, so I'll go last.
What if we get
Okay.
a 4-way tie?
Well, then we have a 4-way tie. Like it's just the way it works. It's
I think Martin said, like you said it, why my mentality was with this whole thing was they have a comic book, they have an animated show, let's do something that's a little bit completely different and an interpretation. So I gotta go Wes Anderson as well.
oh my
It's
god.
I didn't even think of Wes Anderson when he said it. I was like, yeah, that's a completely different approach to it for sure.
All right. Well, I'll keep
Yeah.
with the Rocky and Bullwinkle trend here.
Oh, I love it.
now for something completely different.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I'll pick Wes Anderson
Totally.
too. Jimmy, Wes Anderson takes the fucking lead for
Yeah.
who's direct. Now, how do we cast this fucker? Because I'm way out of my depth, Donnie.
Just fucking wait.
Well, that's what I can't wait for. Yeah, it's gonna be great.
I cast this as James Gunny, J.J. Abrams-ish, if we're being
Yeah.
I think we can still cast our original cast.
Oh yeah, I'm just.
I also, Martin, I love that you did a serious one and a funny one because I did the same thing.
Okay,
I was
yeah.
like, what if we were going like real full? Yeah.
What was your other one, Martin?
Snyder.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Nice.
was mine too. He was on. What was yours?
Taika?
Oh. Oh.
It was between Taika and Edgar, man. It really, and it was hard. It was hard, but the reason why Taika was kind of the James Gunn thing too is I'm like, this guy has a superhero,
He's got
and
the
he's
experience.
gonna have more under his belt. Edgar got fucked with Ant-Man still. I still consider him getting fucked with that. So I feel like Invincible would be a cool redemption because it wouldn't even be Marvel, so he doesn't even have to be like,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's his own thing again.
He's already
and
been to the
it's-
dance. He just
That's right.
he didn't get
That's
to
right.
go around the floor.
That's right. That's right. That's
Fair
a good way
enough.
to put it. It's a great way to put it. So,
All right, so
yeah.
we have a Wes Anderson directed
Okay.
Invincible.
Being
Now,
geek is cool now.
what studio
okay?
is funding Wes Anderson? Where's the money coming from?
Lionsgate.
Kickstarter.
This is a project.
Okay, so you kicked this off, Charles. So we'll move over to Jimmy for this one.
Yeah,
So Jimmy,
I
what
love it.
studio do you think should give Wes Anderson? This is probably going to be what 250, 300 million.
Listen. Shut up. This is an independent project funded by American Empirical, Wes Anderson's studio himself.
Okay.
He
Love
will be
it.
funding this project independently.
Oh wow, that's artistic.
That will be the only way to ensure that he is in 100% control.
Can you imagine the executive notes that are coming down from Kirkman and the exec producers?
Doesn't even have to listen to him.
Just my money, guys. My money. I'm
And
Nolaning
that
this
will
shit.
help me make the cast make sense.
How has he always had his own production studio? Is it?
I don't know. I had to Google it.
That's fine. I would imagine we all would but everybody at one point gets a job.
I think
And then when
Rushmore
they-
is loosely based on how he makes every movie.
Sure. Yeah.
Like I think he has budget, but he's also not the kind of director that's like
Needs it.
pushes it to just be like, how much can I get? Do you know what I mean? I think he always knows what he wants.
And I also think when Wes Anderson asks somebody, and this is me arguing on behalf of Jimmy, people want to do a Wes Anderson film. Not everybody wants to do a Zack Snyder film. Not everybody wants to do a Quentin Tarantino. Well, they want to do a Quentin film, but like nobody.
Or it could even be superhero because the idea of like wearing. Because what do you always hear? My favorite thing I always hear when someone plays a superhero, the costume was really difficult. It's like, duh. What the fuck did you think? That's why not everyone is Batman.
Yeah.
Wes Anderson's costume's going to be very comfortable.
It's gonna be that Steve Zissou fucking scene where they're all just wearing their
Just a bunch of
tights.
tracksuits.
Yeah, man. Oh, that's great. The whole scene where they're getting fitted actually would be amazing with Wes Anderson. That
Yes.
alone would be a great scene.
Oh, the montage of
Yeah.
everyone getting their costume. Because
Yeah.
like Martin said, with the tracksuit and the Adidas
Totally.
shoes,
Totally.
like somebody would be handing over.
Totally.
And it would be like a 2D.
Yeah.
Side to side, like under the ship of
yeah.
Steve Zissou, right? Like
Yeah.
going through. Fuck that.
Well,
would
and
be
that's
fun.
a big moment in the series with father and son, where he's like, "I'm going to take you to my costume guy that I've had for how many years, right?"
Who would it,
So-
oh my God! Who's the costume guy? We now need a costume guy if
Oh my
we're gonna
God.
do
yeah,
this.
yeah.
Bill
this
Murray.
is-
It's Bill Murray. Bill Murray's the costume
Yeah.
guy.
Danny Glover. He was in a Wes Anderson movie.
Was he?
I think.
Yeah, he was in the Royal Tenenbaums.
He was.
That's right.
Yes,
Yeah.
he was. He
Yeah.
was the
He was the
doctor.
lawyer, right?
Yeah, he was
Lawyer or
good.
doctor?
Both. Locked her.
Doctor.
He was good. He was actually really good at it.
Okay. All right.
Anyway,
so we've got
yeah.
empirical films. Is that American
Empirical.
American Empirical?
Love it.
Okay. Martin, who's did you go legacy or did you go independent?
Can we all just agree it's going to be independent so Wes Anderson has full control of this project? I don't think any studio should be involved. I think it should be full Wes Anderson control.
Totally.
That's all.
Okay. What was your pick though?
I was going to go Legacy.
Oh yeah. Which studio though?
Legacy.
Huh?
Legacy Studios.
Legacy.
Oh, okay.
But what legacy?
Yeah.
Whose legacy?
Yeah.
Who's Warner Brothers, MGM? That was
Fuck, I totally forgot about them. Good.
I feel like
That's a
those.
good pick.
Did you guys see those news anchors on Fox who were trying to have a conversation about the TV show
Yeah.
You?
Oh my god,
And
yeah.
it turned into a
It
giant.
was so funny.
Who's on First Moment?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I just had with Martin. Legacy? No, Legacy. No, what Legacy? Legacy.
The Legacy.
The Legacy. Okay, yeah. I mean, now that we're going down this journey, we'll just say our picks for. But I mean, so we got Legacy, we got American Empirical. I picked Warner Brothers. I went
Nice.
with a Legacy house
Bum, bum.
only because of the dark side of the DC world that they've created. The
Yep.
one thing that they've been consistent with a DC movie is giving it the dark tone that the first Batman gave us.
Yeah.
You know, like they're still creating that through line goes all the way back to 89.
Right.
And Harry Potter.
Can I just say,
yeah, sure.
Harry Potter.
with the Warner Brothers, I am against the Warner Brothers because what they did with the Snyder Cut and
Yeah,
okay.
They get way too involved with shit, man.
Until they prove themselves with whatever else they come out with, I'm not giving any.
Yeah,
credit.
like
Fair point.
we'll have
That's
to
fair.
wait 6 years for the Invincible extended cut. That
The
will be
Wes Anderson cut?
amazing. That'll be
Yeah,
amazing.
the Anderson cut.
Release the Anderson cut.
Release the Anderson cut, man.
No, I get it. Yeah, their execs can be helicopter parents.
Well, because
for
they just
sure.
get involved and they don't know what they're doing. They're like, actually, I think the door. They should make the door there. It's like
Make it
something like
red.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
just,
like what?
it's just
Yeah.
Put a
deserting.
sock in his dick. So he can make him condom.
Yes, make that package bigger. Why?
Yeah.
It's bigger than his foot.
Leave his mustache. Take it off now.
Take it off now. Yeah, we know what
Yeah.
happened with the last mustache.
Oh my
God.
superhero hat on. I mean,
He has half a mustache.
but yeah, okay. I just thought for the fact that they do have the money, right? There won't be any sort of constraints on dollar value.
Right.
I get it,
And
but you're only as good as your last production.
That's true.
No?
That's right.
And, I mean, Tenet didn't do
A lot
well,
of people
but-
are still mad. Like I'm
Tenet
still
was
mad
fine.
about what they did with the Snyder Cut.
Well,
Yeah.
you hear about personal experiences with not even certain movies, just with Warner Brothers, and it just sounds like they're a frustrating studio.
And I mean it's 5 brothers, I think was the original
Bugs
starting.
Bunny.
So it might still it's Bugs
Number
Bunny.
5, Porky the Pig.
Yeah.
Very hard to
And Porky
understand.
just always
Us-
says the same thing.
I said, boy, I said, Warner Brothers, you better get out of my set today.
They're all trying to kill each other during the production meetings.
Yeah.
It's all nonsense.
Well, I wonder if it's still 5 families. Like, I wonder
Oh
if
my
it's like the
God.
Italian mafia. up
That's
in
your
Warner
problem
Brothers.
right there, man. That's
Yeah.
way too many
You
heads
talked yourself
involved.
into a grave here.
I did. All right. Well, my pick's Warner Brothers. American Empirical, Legacy, but more than likely Wes Anderson. Warner Brothers. Finish this off here, Charles.
So-
Who do you...
I did this from a whole censorship standpoint. Like, I was like, what studio would not give a hard time about seeing a bloodbath
Yeah.
in like 40 minutes of a bloodbath? And also, just in general for adaptation rights or however the fuck that works, I just went with Amazon. But I was like, Amazon theatrical. Like, I wanted to be a theatrical release. Yeah, sure, after 6 months, throw it on Prime, whatever. But I wanted to be marketed more so like how it would be. Like, you wouldn't even know it's Amazon because it's like a theatrical, marketed for theaters, Disney standard bullshit. But I feel like that would be...
Yeah, it's a smart place to go
Just
for them.
practical.
They don't have to get the rights. They
Yeah,
have
you would
them.
think they'd have them already,
Yeah.
right? To just do
Yeah.
live action and all that shit. And
makes
also, like,
sense.
Amazon has proven that, I mean, they're doing Lord of the Rings. Like, these guys are trying to play with the big boys now, right?
They have a lot of money. Who's got
Yeah.
more money than Bezos?
Yeah, like, I love how every interview, though, is like, it has to do well.
Please watch.
It's not even like it's going to be good. It has to be, is what we're feeling on
Not
set.
really
So
confidence
what are-
inducing.
What are your feelings on this? I pray to all the gods on high that you all watch it. It'll be great.
It's
Yeah,
like, you know what it
yeah.
is? It's a Little Caesars pizza. It's hot and ready, but it's not good.
It's hot and fresh.
It's unfresh.
That's
It's
right.
only $5.
Smart.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Jimmy,
Yes.
obviously we know your pick. Martin, are you on board with Wes Anderson, American Empirical?
Yeah, I said originally I
Okay.
wanted just
All
Wes
right.
Anderson American.
So
You
this-
heard him.
I know I heard. I'm
You
just
fucking
hey,
heard his pick.
Listen, then it was me, then it was Charles.
Don't
We
get in his
made-
head.
Don't
Trying to
sway.
sway him?
Let me change my vote to Warner Brothers.
Look what you fucking did.
See what I was doing that on purpose.
We're going
Everybody.
for wins here, Mike.
All right, so it's between me and Charles. So Charles, you go first. Do you think it? What? Do you think it should be Warner Brothers, or do you think it should be?
Oh my
No-
god.
nobody picked you.
Oh my god. Do I think it should be
Nobody
Warner
picked your
Brothers?
ass.
Well, funny enough, someone mentioned Lionsgate, and that was my other pick, and I totally
That's
forgot
funny.
about Legacy too. But
Made
like,
in Vancouver now.
well, yeah, man.
Columbia
why not?
Studios.
Hey, we got Last of Us. Why not? Let's try again.
United
You're
Artists.
You're right.
What's it called? I mean, obviously, man, the Wes Anderson thing is incredible. But Martin, you said Legacy, and I totally forgot about Legacy. Legacy for sure, and they've done like it wasn't it Legacy that did the evil Superman story. I forget what it's called, where he's
Oh.
the kid.
Oh,
And he's an evil son of a
Brightburn.
bitch. Yeah,
Brightburn.
I think it was Legacy that did that.
More than
I
likely,
think you're
it was.
right.
Yeah, man. So they
Well,
kind
that's
of
also that's
a good-
right, and that's a kind of cool. That's the closest thing to an Invincible live action we've gotten, I would say. Like the closest to like that kind of subject matter.
That's a good pick, Martin.
So yeah, I think Legacy was a solid pick. I totally forgot about those sons of bitches.
Did they do Saw?
I think
They are sons of
Lionsgate,
bitches.
Lionsgate and Legacy. I think
Okay.
Lionsgate started, but then Legacy started because they co-produce things together, don't they? Legacy and
thought so.
Lionsgate. I'm pretty sure. Or one is owned by the other. I wouldn't be surprised, but yeah.
Yeah.
Legacy's scary.
Well,
logo.
nowadays, like everybody, like there's five studios making a film now. So.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like everything is a fucking partnership with everything now. So
Yeah, the internet, Martin, we're taking up all the internet streaming, so I can't get anything, but that's fine. I'd rather not know and be told in the comments than.
yeah.
Martin, are you there? I fucking hate that.
I'm here.
But yeah, no, Legacy
right.
was a good pick.
Legacy. So we got 2 for Wes, 1 for Legacy. I mean, doesn't matter
up to
what I
you.
say. Yeah, well, it doesn't matter because it is what it is. But
Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers. No, I think I'm gonna go with Amazon just
It
for
makes sense.
to have a conversation about it instead of just give it up to Jimmy.
Secede.
Give me the presidency. But yeah, the rights are easy. It's less work, and it already has a home of the writers. It already has everybody who did one pass at this and
That's what
is
I mean.
really invested.
And they can get talent. Like they can get heavy hitter
They can.
talent, right?
Yeah, they can.
So,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, if you saw Jeff Bezos' new wife loved Leonardo online.
That was so funny.
There's a
that
clip
whole
of them,
thing.
and she was just like, "Who did I marry?"
You can just see, like, she's just like, wow.
Just doe-eyed over.
You're
I mean, I
amazing.
am too, but like, I
funny.
dance with who I came with. I don't. Whatever.
That was funny, though.
Okay, so Wes Anderson is making this movie with his own money.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
It's his passion project.
It's a passion project. Yeah, it's a COVID project.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna like this.
Oh.
Be like 6 or 7 women that really like this movie.
Hey man, you know what? Maybe we need to market to a whole entire new audience. Like
You're right.
Ner-
Superheroes are for everybody.
yeah. That's
Even Wes Anderson.
Even Wes Anderson.
I just would love to see the flying shots because it's going to be someone in the background like,
Oh well,
while
well
they're,
guys,
like,
before
flying
we
too.
before we even go to who's going to be in the background, we need to put music into this.
Oh, yes, that's correct.
So
Okay.
That's correct, sir.
we're almost at market. Have you marked it off the record?
To be honest
Did
with
you
you,
fucking mark it?
there's been some, yep.
Yeah.
It's marked now. It's marked now, buddy. Sorry.
No. It's all good.
We
It's
got
all
it.
good. We got it.
There's
We're
some
good.
mark somewhere.
It's not. He's on the show today, but there's a mark somewhere.
Cowell.
We got Cal. All right, so Charles started us off. Jimmy, you went next. Martin, why don't you tell us first? This is like a 2-parter. So should it be? Did you go soundtrack or did you go
Being a
score?
geek is cool now, okay?
Well, I went I went score
Yeah.
or
of
soundtrack.
course.
Sorry, soundtrack with Quentin Tarantino because I would have liked to see some 70s funk in Invincible.
Fuck yeah. Ooga chaga
Ooga,
chaga.
ooga.
Which is funny because James
Hooked
Gunn too
on
now.
Mark. What?
Hey, James Gunn now too.
Yeah,
Funny
yeah,
enough,
definitely. I've never
But you know
sung
what?
into any of these.
I'm
mics.
gonna go with whoever did the Grand Budapest Hotel soundtrack. So some
Probably Wes
Russian
Anderson.
kind of folk orchestra.
Oh, I love it.
What was the name of them? I missed that.
The Grand Budapest Hotel soundtrack. So I think it was like Russian. I just looked up on Wikipedia. It's like Russian folk orchestra.
Oh my god.
Do the polka.
It was the London Symphony Orchestra and Cypress Hill.
Well, I took the San Francisco with Metallica. No, you know what? Okay, yeah, because when you think about Superman, dun da 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 da
Oh,
da,
I love it.
it was all symphony to begin
Yeah.
with. Like Superman,
It was an epic.
Batman, Superman,
Yeah, man.
both
Composers.
all composers.
Yeah.
Was it John Williams for both?
John Williams did Superman. Danny Elfman did Batman.
That's it. Yeah,
Yeah.
because that's the Tim Burton, Danny
Oh, yeah.
Elfman bromance. that's
Yeah,
going
yeah,
on.
yeah.
We don't want words to get in the way of what's going on screen.
No, you don't. But Jimmy, you
Uh-huh.
must have. Or actually, no, I should go next because if we're going around the room, I'll give you
right.
mine. I went with soundtrack. Okay,
Okay.
so
Nickelback.
and Drake. I
Warner
kept it
Brothers' dream come true.
Yeah, I kept it in Canada. I didn't keep it cheap, but I kept it in Canada.
Drake and Nickelback.
Drake and Nickelback. We're gonna make some remixes.
Oh my god.
No, what I had here, I don't see the symphony in this stuff. I see a very curated, selected scene. How does the scene make you feel? Soundtrack, right? Like Guardians of the Galaxy, how those songs are selected, and they just I can't remember the name. I remember the name, but I'm probably mispronouncing it. There's diegetic or diegetic and non-diegetic music in movies.
Avant-garde.
I think you're talking eugenics. That's a totally.
No, I'm not talking eugenics.
Oh, dear
You mean like
God.
songs that can set a tone?
No, songs that are in the world and songs that are over the world.
Gotcha. Okay.
So when someone listens to the radio, that's in world.
right.
When someone is doing something and it's music to accentuate the scene, that's on world.
I see.
So there's two ways to write a soundtrack.
Sorry, Mike. I thought you were talking about Dianetics from Scientology.
Oh my god.
So what's the worst thing you've done, guys? I promise I won't keep it on
Oh
recording.
my god. That's
grab
so
these
great.
grab these cans and tell me who
This
your
whole episode's been this asshole to recruit us to Scientology.
Yeah. Tom Cruise is in the other room. He's gonna come
Just
in
jumping
here.
on the couch this
He's
whole
gonna
time.
jump on this chair right here.
He just brings in a pack of Magnum condoms.
I'm gonna jump off this house.
You guys are just upset because he was in love.
That's what love looks like, you assholes.
That's not what Katie thinks now.
No. That
So-
kid's not even allowed with
Or
him.
Sookie or whatever the hell her daughter's name is. Okay, yeah. So I did like My Chemical Romance
Whoa.
for like an opening track.
Whoa.
Okay. All right.
That's all right.
I had
Okay.
like Fred Durst for Break Shit when they like stuff like that where I
Yeah.
went in world where like
Yeah.
somebody would do something in the movie that would activate a song. And then that song would best represent what was happening in there. So
Gotcha.
like
So someone would break shit.
someone would break shit during break shit.
then-
And then break shit would happen. But it would be breaking shit like in the end when like they all get together and they sit down and the first punch lands on one of them from Omni-Man, it's break shit starts. And then that whole
Okay.
scene.
Does break shit play like 5 times like Kenny Loggins?
It goes like it and then we go back into it. Yeah.
No, it's just all fight, no dialogue,
All danger zone.
all dangers. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like when he learns to fly for the first time, Danger Zone would be perfect.
And then when he's riding his motorcycle.
right? You
Oh
just
my God.
yeah, like you just
Danger Zone again.
like how many times? How much do they pay?
And
to
he
use
even
this
says at
song?
one point, and here we go again.
You know what? Let's just get the whole soundtrack done by Kenny
Kenny
Loggins.
Loggins? Oh my god. Fuck yeah.
Alright,
And
that's
playing
an
with the
easy
boys,
choice.
basketball scene, shower
my
scene, you know,
God.
volleyball showers.
Yeah.
And with the boys, Kenny Loggins.
Oh my
Do it.
god, I love
I'm
it.
switching it to Kenny Loggins.
I
K-Log
yeah.
is my pick.
Oh my
Martin
god,
might win.
that's great.
Okay, so Kenny Loggins.
Loggins.
I'm glad I could inspire Kenny Loggins. 'Cause but like that's just I thought those cheesy
Yeah.
because
Oh, yeah.
there are some songs that are used over top that should be used in that have lyrics to them, right?
Yeah.
And like when Mark is going through his transition the first time and finally learns how to fly and then starts working out with his dad, like over the top shit.
Yeah,
You know, like a love
You're
ballad
the best.
between what's that Tom Cochran Big League.
Oh, Big
from
League.
Tom Cochran.
Oh my
Should
god.
be when they're working out together. right? Like, So
Yeah.
that's I thought that kind of soundtrack,
Yeah.
right? Because it's fun and you know you remember these songs from your youth, and you've got it's from the comic book ran from 03 to 18, I believe.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you have got a giant array, because if you want the 80s and the 90s and the 70s, it's going to cost you because those guys are still alive.
Yep.
Right? They're still getting licensed.
They want their money.
They want their fucking money.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
there's a ton of one-hit wonders from 2003 to 2018 because the music business changed.
For sure.
So licensing is going to be a lot cheaper.
For sure.
And you can one or two songs that were really popular that register with everybody, but that band is no longer heard from and
Yeah.
would just love 10 grand. because I got to pay rent.
Even just when he has the dude's face against the trains and like
Who let the
everyone's
dogs
going,
out?
who let the dogs out, or I can't feel my face when I'm with you, and there's faces getting ripped off.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, that's fun. I think that's fun, and it's like it's like you said, it's the Guardians kind of approach.
Yeah,
and it gets you even more involved in the scene, right?
You like a song because the song has value to you, but then that song gets accentuated and punched up when it goes in this really great scene, and now you have two memories to the song. You have your feelings and your emotions, but then you have the story, and you're like, and you'll just sometimes a good scene has a like. Can everybody agree with me that the intro scene in Casino when they play "Can You Hear Me Knocking" in its entirety, start to finish?
Oh yeah,
that whole scene
so good.
Is amazing because it's a bunch of bad mafiosos walking into a casino, and it's the Stones who are bad motherfuckers on stage. Like, that's the shit I want to create. And I've learned that if I talk too much, I'll hang myself and lose my point. So go on, Charles, finish this off.
So I looked at it as I wanted something really epic, something that was kind of left field.
Hans Zimmer is coming, ladies and gentlemen.
Kind of like what Invincible is, and then I thought of an epic reunion, so I went Daft Punk. And I wanted them to approach it Tron style, not meaning the same music, but out of their realm. Like they're making original music.
That's smart, motherfucker.
But not necessarily using an orchestra. It could be their sound. They could even get Pharrell back if they wanted, right? Like,
nah, it's okay.
It's just what they want to do, what they would do with seeing Invincible.
That's I thought I won for a second.
They did a good job with the Tron soundtrack. I really like that soundtrack.
Totally, and I still listen to it. It's amazing.
Put the Tron soundtrack.
Do you think
on Wes Anderson?
And turn the speed up ×2. Like there's like the BPMs in a fucking like you need action beat after action beat to keep up with a Daft Punk soundtrack.
Oh yeah. Yeah, right.
Fucking,
but I mean, even
everybody, here's your MDMA. Enjoy the movie.
What they would choose for, like, say, Mark getting his powers, that scene to the betrayal of his father, like what they would pick for those is
Robot Rock.
Yeah, for their fucking beatdown all across the city. Totally.
Right?
Oh, that would be
dun,
great.
Dun, 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 dun,
oh, yeah.
dun.
Oh, yeah.
And then, like,
for
every
sure.
dun is a slam through a building.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
We just need fuck the podcast. We're making soundtracks. Sit down here and do a podcast,
and then, like,
make a soundtrack.
And then also, like, get hype for this movie. Daft Punk's coming out of retirement to make the soundtrack. Like, you know what I mean? There's some hype right there for this movie.
That's true.
Martin, Jimmy?
No, that's a great choice, man.
Daft Punk.
That's a really good choice. Yeah.
I miss them.
My God.
Even though they haven't made music in 8 years, I miss them now.
I just want to say that if Tarantino was directing, Kenny Loggins' Footloose would be on the soundtrack.
It totally would. And it would be his remake of that infamous foot scene with the two.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I was like, I really was hoping that he would just not do it once in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. But then when it happens, you're like,
man.
oh, those dirty Beverly Hills dry feet on the back of that windshield. I was like, you dirty motherfucker.
But you know what, though? At least he's in, like, at least he admits it. It'd be weird if he's like, oh, no, that's all coincidental. Like, that would be fucking weird.
Feet. Both are weird, Charles.
They are both
Margot
weird.
Robbie's
They are
feet,
very
though.
weird. They are very
Margot
weird.
Robbie has beautiful feet.
I hate feet.
Yeah, no.
Stop helping, Martin.
I hate feet.
Hey,
feet disgust me.
I'm
at
feet.
least he owns it.
I'm feet, man.
I'm feet.
I'm not feet. I'm not. Wow. Let's get deep.
Wiggle your big toe almost makes me gag every time.
See,
just being honest.
I'm not feet like I'm not feet in the way that I want feet like Tarantino. I'm feet that I appreciate good feet. Right?
What does that
There
mean?
is no good foot
How
to
do
me,
you
sir.
appreciate?
There
What
is
do you
no
do?
good foot.
There's a.
What do you do to appreciate good feet?
Well,
I don't think there's any foot that is appreciated.
They're geometrically perfect. They're shaped properly.
You are.
They're kept
insane.
clean. They're not looking like I'm not saying I want
This isn't a Viper, my friend. This isn't a car. It's a foot, man. They get fungus on them and sweat and stuff.
Martin, I'm there's 2-1 on me over here. Help me out.
The aerodynamics of the baby toe is a revolutionary.
Are you waving by and leaving me hanging?
Bye. You know what though? Tarantino's gonna love this part of this episode.
Oh yeah, this
He'll
will
be
be
like, yeah, they get me.
yeah.
Finally.
Finally, someone.
So,
I would just say if it's Margot Robbie's feet, I have nothing against him. But
There you go.
I'm not a foot guy. I'm not a foot guy.
No, I'm not
It has to be
either, man.
It has to be attached to the person.
I-
Like Margot Robbie's feet, I
Tarantino's-
would do dirty things to those things. But
Tarantino's the
I-
only man that allows me to just be comfortable enough to get through it with feet. But I told you, man, even wiggle your big toe. Till this day, every now and then, I'm just like,
We actually, on the Real Debaters website, you can find. We have a list of feet in movies and how to find them.
and what part of the movie it shows it?
Exactly.
it's under Mike's bio.
Timestamped.
yeah, it's actually called wiggleyourbigtoe.com.
We put little marks on
Oh my
each
God.
one of the feet.
Do you need a
scenes.
mark?
Do you
The
need a
foot mark. Bam!
We got one.
It's marked for the foot part.
Guys, we've reached 15,000 feet.
Okay, all right.
15,000 feet.
Okay, so let's
Fuck.
If this is our most listened to episode, just because of
We
this
know
moment,
why.
I'll be happy.
Yeah, we know what to do. Our target audience, man.
yeah, we need foot. We need
Foot
feet,
of the year goes to.
We need feet in the first hour of the show. As long as there's feet in the
Yeah.
first hour, we can
Yeah.
retain to the next. All right, so Charles, we're at that point. We're now voting for soundtracks. So why don't you tell me, out of me, Martin, or Jimmy, what soundtrack do you think
Okay.
Invincible should have for its live action?
So I'm definitely not going My Chemical Romance.
Fuck you!
He thought he was gonna
Yeah.
win with that.
Jesus, man. Jimmy, what was your pick again? You said, like, just basically Wes Anderson music, essentially. And then you picked Grand Budapest, right, Martin? The Grand
Kenny
Budapest
Loggins. I'm
soundtrack?
switching it to
Oh,
Kenny
we
Loggins.
went Kenny Loggins.
Which is gonna be my vote.
I mean, Kenny Loggins for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
go
I agree.
Kenny
Kenny
Loggins.
Loggins.
Jimmy, what about you?
Yeah, no, Kenny Loggins.
All right.
The soundtrack god of the 80s.
Imagine not
basically.
going to see this movie.
All right, fair enough. Martin, what about you?
Going D-Punk, baby.
D-Punk. Two Kennys and a D-Punk. Doesn't matter what I pick. Well, I mean, guys, we can always cut My Chemical. It's probably too expensive. Like,
That's the problem.
My
My Chemical Romance is a too expensive part of your soundtrack.
It's a
In the
conflict
budget,
of
that's
interest
gonna
with
be the
Umbrella
one.
Academy too.
yeah,
There you go.
yeah, we can't be
That's right.
competing.
He's got loyalty.
Yeah, non-compete clause. No, you know what? But I do think Kenny Loggins actually,
Incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Kenny Loggins for sure. I mean, do I get a point just because it kind of stemmed off of My Chemical Romance?
No.
I planted the seed for this. Like, I don't know if I.
We'll give you honorable mention.
All right, fair fucking enough.
It's like you died at the Academy this year.
Except we'll list how.
Throat slashed.
Throat slash in bedroom. It's like, you don't have to list that.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's the soundtrack.
That soundtrack.
So it's Wes Anderson directed, Wes Anderson produced and studioed
right.
by, and Kenny Loggins doing the soundtrack.
Kenny Loggins, yes.
Oh,
Fucking awesome.
Composed by Kenny Loggins.
composed. Yes.
Oh my god. These are just his jam sessions.
I feel.
B-sides, Kenny Loggins B-sides.
Yeah. Yeah.
Him tuning a guitar for 5 minutes.
And humming Footloose.
What do you guys say to like a 5-minute pee break here, and then we'll
Then we'll
continue on?
cast.
And then we'll cast,
And then
yeah.
we get right into the cast. Okay, mark it. Bam.
Perfect.
Boom.
That means Martin and Michael have to pee. Martin ran.
It's my bladder.
All right. Okay. Now that we've got the bones of the show back, or the show done, we need to get the storytellers involved in this.
That's right.
And,
Being a geek is cool now.
I will.
okay?
I will go first. Jimmy suggested it should be Mark before we started the show.
Oh, I thought you were going to say we have to pick writers. Like, who's going to...
No, no.
Wes
sorry.
Anderson.
Yeah.
The Lonely Island.
No.
That'd be great.
That would be great. Coen Brothers. I want a Coen Brothers treatment of
Oh
this.
my god.
There we go.
So, fucking, you're over in your element, Donnie. if we're gonna start with Mark, I went with somebody who is very bankable, who is easy on the eyes, who has got a lot of range, and hasn't done this yet, but has proven to me that he could do this. Unless I'm missing something, I haven't seen his entire catalog, but I picked Timothée Chalamet.
Knew it.
Ooh,
I
that's
knew
who I
it.
picked.
That's
knew
two?
everyone was gonna pick Tim Shal.
Yeah. He was in my list, you guys. He was there. Oh yeah.
And I mean, Mark is Asian, and I understand that can be whatever, but this is a fantasy casting, so this is where I'm
Funny
coming
enough,
from.
Mark isn't actually.
Oh, was I
in the-
wrong?
In the comic books, he is, I think at least based on Nolan, it's more prominent white.
But he comes from.
And
He
then
has some
in
Asian
the-
heritage in him.
In the
right?
Amazon, I think they went more so because of Asian actors.
Oh.
Because
okay.
The Mark is voiced by an Asian actor, and as well as the mom.
Oh, okay.
But that
so
makes sense. That's totally
okay.
cool.
Yeah,
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 I don't
yeah.
think that changes anything really. But I'm just saying
Thank
from
you, 'cause
reading it
I-
and watching it, that's what I've noticed. I hope that doesn't mean I'm a racist, but that's just
Well,
what
no,
I've
like
noticed.
I when I went deep diving on this, it said that his mom has Asian Asian
Yeah.
ancestry, and
Yeah.
that's what makes Mark part Asian. But there's not a lot of prominence on it, so
Right.
that's why I went with someone who, if they were cast in the live action with more of their white side celebrated, I picked Timothée Chalamet
Yeah.
for that. That's
and
yeah.
he's a fucking great actor, that kid.
cool.
That little fucker.
That little son of a bitch.
Well,
can
like
do it.
yeah, like Call Me by My Name is so art house and progressive and very intimate and
Well,
not an easy topic to watch if you're not,
And funny enough, with the Wes Anderson, I haven't seen it yet, but French Dispatch, I hear he's
Yeah.
quite good
Yeah.
in it.
That would
right?
fit the
So-
theme.
he's
There
training
you
for
go.
Willy Wonka right now.
Yeah, that's
Why
right.
the fuck
Weird.
did I pick Jason Schwartzman?
Yeah. Oh,
Why
man.
did I do that? I
Rushmore
forgot.
Jason Schwartzman? Yeah.
He's too old. Like, dude.
Yeah, he might be a little old.
Look, I don't know, man.
Go
I
on.
forgot
Go
about Tim
on.
Chalamet.
We've checked two boxes with Tim Chalamet, so I think
I just love that when you think of adolescence, you're like, Jason Schwartzman.
He's
Yeah.
a kid.
I got Martin on my side, so I feel
No, you guys are right. I'm an idiot.
Why do you think Schwartzman? What do you
I
think?
didn't think.
Okay.
Chalamet is the correct answer. It doesn't need to be Schwartzman.
Fair. Martin, what were your? Did I miss on anything that you think Chalamet
You
could?
know what? Like, I looked up actors under 30, and I really couldn't find anybody who was talented
Good.
enough to play. Because I want good acting. When I'm casting, I really wanted good acting. So that's why I picked under 30.
Cast
I mean,
yourself.
Ezra Miller was one that I was thinking of,
Oh,
but I'm
yeah.
like, I might be too old to play a high school student. Timothée Chalamet is the right age to probably play a high school
Yeah.
student at this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mid-20s. That's right. High school student.
I'm not
age.
going to lie. I would love to see Jason Schwartzman, though, with actual high school kids in a scene where he's like, hey, guys, and he's got a backpack and
He's doing the
invincible.
Steve Buscemi.
Hey, fellow
You
kids.
do, fellow kids.
Totally. And he's so obviously invincible, too, because he's just like a man.
Okay. Hang on here. So
It's just
with-
basically going to be a remake to Never Been Kissed.
Yeah,
That's
like
right.
totally.
That's what we're
Totally
doing.
gender swap, never been kissed with superheroes. Done. I love
Finally.
it. I love it. Finally.
So Charles,
yes.
I've told everybody that we started the casting with Tim Chalamet. Martin also agreed with me that it was Tim Chalamet. Jimmy picked Schwartzman, but also understands the assignment requires Tim Chalamet.
Yeah.
Who do you cast as Mark in the live action Invincible? Do
So-
you go with the room, or do you?
So, okay, Timothée Chalamet, great pick. Absolutely. He was on my list. But then I went again with the approach of, we have a comic book, we have an animated show. I wanted to do something a little bit completely different. I went for acting, and I looked at it from a family perspective, so casting it with the father and the mother. And I actually wanted to go for someone who's a little bit unknown, but I think is talented, and I went with Caleb McLaughlin. He is one of the kids from Stranger Things.
Oh, okay. Which one?
He's the black kid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he's awesome. And he just did a movie on Netflix where I think he's like, it's kind of like a cowboy movie.
Okay.
It was really
Oh.
good. It was really
Oh,
good.
The Harder They
Idris,
Fall.
right?
Yeah.
The harder
Oh,
they
the harder
fall.
they
The
fall.
Harder They Fall.
I can't wait to
It
see
was really,
that.
really good.
I can't wait
And
to
the
see
way
that.
he is in it, It's like just seeing the preview and stuff, and from what I've read, I feel like that is a Mark Grayson. Like I looked at it at a Mark Grayson, and I look at it Invincible more of I think he can play the adolescent side of like, wow, I can fly, wow, this is great. And then when the shit hits the fan, I think it's gonna fuck us all up because it's gonna hit him, and I think he can do that.
You know what? I just heard that The Harder They Fall is one of the best newer westerns ever done, and
Really
I mean,
good.
What's her face from The Watchmen?
Better than
Regina King.
Yeah.
Watch Regina
And
King
Idris
all
Elba.
damn day.
Yeah.
Okay, but where do you put it alongside Cowboys versus Aliens and Wild Wild West?
Wild Wild West.
Actual cowboy historical movie.
Okay, I'm sorry, I forgot about these incredibly accurate dramas of the Wild West that you're speaking of.
Oh, fuck me, Wild
The
Wild West.
westerns of
Wow.
today.
Okay, well, I mean,
The modern Western.
Your modern western.
I'm just
What
gonna.
about the Hateful Eight and Django?
Not enough feet.
Obvious, not enough. There isn't
Not enough
actually.
feet.
feet.
Do you want to have another pick? Like, do you agree with us? Do you want me to
So
ask you if you
funny
agree with
enough,
us, or-
funny enough, my other pick, like Timothy Chalamet was on the list, but I went for like box office bangable. Let's piss off people like Chris Pratt is with everything. I went
Yeah.
Tom Holland.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But it would
Yeah.
just be him being Spider-Man. Like that's
He's
what I mean
bangable.
is Peter Parker is kind of Mark, though his portrayal of Peter Parker is kind of Mark Grayson.
Absolutely.
It
And-
is.
Well, and
It
that's
is.
that's the humor that is Kirkman. Is that
Right.
I didn't get to write for them, so I'm just going to make the same thing because I know it works.
Right.
And do it
Totally.
Do it with a different spin.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got Timothy Chalamet down as our mark. Martin, who do you think we should cast next?
Let's do the dad. Let's do Omni-Man.
Let's do Omni-Man.
Omni-Man, baby.
All right, well,
Cool
because
now. Okay.
Martin picked, Martin obviously gets to start us off here. So, Martin, who's your Omni-Man?
Who's your man?
So, I'm the Omni-Man I'm picking since it's a Wes Anderson film. I'm gonna pick Adrian Brody, but on steroids. Like we're gonna have to fucking juice him up.
That's a
my
good
And if you
God.
look at Adrian Brody,
That's
kind of looks
hilarious.
like Timothy Chalamet if that's who we're casting. You know,
Yeah.
kind of looks alike.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's Adrian Brody is a Wes Anderson staple, so I mean,
Sure.
gotta pick him.
That's a good pick.
But
Totally is.
my original pick, basically, guys, I just for my pick, I for my serious pick, I just basically recast Dune. I was thinking Oscar Isaac would be an actual really good pick for Omni-Man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, no,
If you ever-
definitely.
if you haven't seen Dune, like him and Timothy Chalamet in Dune really work really well together.
Do they have a lot of dad and son hugs? Where
They
like,
do, and he's like jacked too. Like
he like
looks
puts one
jacked with
arm
that
around
big
Tim
armor, so-
Chalamet's neck.
I haven't seen Dune yet, but fuck me, Oscar Isaac can do anything to me,
He
man.
can,
Whatever.
Yeah, I saw.
And I even would like
saw
an
Dune.
Omni-Man with a beard. I'd be fine with. I know he could do a
Well,
stash,
and he had
but
the
I'd be
beard when
fine
he
with
came
an
back
Omni-Man
from-
beard.
Yeah, he,
I like
he had the beard
Oscar
when he
Isaac
came back.
because
Yeah.
like he can play that villain in
do it.
like Ex Machina. You kind of he has that like is he the villain or not a villain? Then when he
Deep
when
cut.
you know
He's,
the
yeah,
villain,
Yeah.
you're
deep
like,
cut
"Holy
for
shit,
sure. That's a
this
point.
guy."
And it's like a switch with him, man. Just like Omni-Man, like it's a switch. It's on off. He can be the dad, and then
It
no
is. Yeah,
evil.
it is.
Yeah.
There's a movie that Adrian Brody did where he went dark, like really dark, and he was a substitute teacher at an inner city school.
Predators.
Dangerous Minds.
Yeah, that's true. Predators.
Predator, sure, yeah.
Dangerous Minds 2, still dangerous.
Dangerous Minds 3, not dangerous enough.
The Adrian Brody story.
Adrian Brody got his groove back.
No, but he got involved in these students' lives, and it was really hard for him to watch. And he got involved in this. He was helping this prostitute get her life back together. So I could just see, like, I've seen the dark side. Also, the jacket too. He plays a great schizophrenic.
Oh, yeah,
in
that's
the
right.
jacket.
Yeah, yeah,
Who's
yeah.
not
We
really.
do love Adrian Brody on this podcast.
We do, yeah.
That
It's-
might be the pick, Martin.
Can you pull?
But
your
he's
mic
got
a
to be
little
on
closer to your
steroids.
face?
He
gotta-
has
he's
to
gotta
be
jump up.
roided the fuck
He's got to
up.
be jacked.
He's got to be roided up, man.
Yep.
Hard.
Okay, so we got Adrian
Or
Brody.
he's got to have the George Michael bodysuit
bodysuit.
underneath. Yeah, he's gonna have like the fit bodysuit underneath.
No, I want to see him do the superhero treatment. I want to see him do the Kamal
Henry
Nanjiani.
Cavill like turn out to like get
Not
that big.
Cavill-ish.
Jesus.
He would fall over. He's just his
Like,
skeleton.
you know, from Bale Machinist to Batman.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That,
That's
He
what I
could do
want.
that.
so
He could do
Brody
that.
to Batman, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From Brody to Batman.
All right. Fair enough.
Good pick.
I'll go next.
Good pick.
Let's do it.
I picked John Hamm.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
I want to see, and the reason I say this is because I never finished Breaking Bad. What the fuck is wrong with me today? I never finished
Breaking Mad.
You
Men.
ever finished
Breaking
Mad
Bad.
Men?
I never finished Mad Men. I watched like the first season.
Whoa.
Which like the first season was just enough to like give you.
You're like, I get it. They're crazy. They're mad.
Yeah.
These wacky
Yeah. But like it was enough to give you that world.
Yeah.
You know, like I was like, oh, okay, we're back in the 50s. Good enough. But the story just didn't keep me. But I found out that Don Draper assumed someone else's identity.
Oh, dude. It
After
gets
the war-
wild, man.
Spoilers.
it
gets
to
wild.
the party. Anyways, with that said, I thought he would be a good choice in that that's a very deceiving thing to do. And I think people would accept him on screen
Yeah.
in this way because of his popularity. His Skip the Dishes ads are fantastic.
Yeah.
Another reason.
And he plays a douche. He plays
a douche really
Yeah,
well.
He does.
As much as he was designed to be the charming ad salesman,
Right.
smoking, drinking his old fashions, right?
For
So,
sure.
and that's the duality of Omni-Man. We're turning him into a father character who's also a sociopath and kills
Yeah.
his entire his kind, and then goes back to being this loving father from
This
Viltron,
is going to be a tough one.
right?
This is going to be a tough choice. I'm
Oh,
excited.
dude, this one's tough.
So,
Cam is great.
and he rocks a really good mustache.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
And he's in great shape. Like he looks great, and he fits that superhero stereotype
yeah,
that Omni-Man is, which is
yeah,
Superman.
and I can see him
And
putting
he
on some
joked
weight.
about wanting to be Superman, but knowing he's too old. Like he's joked openly about it. He's like, I could play Superman when he's like his last year.
It's funny.
Like he's joked about that. He's like, I'd play him in a movie where it's like this is
it's just
instead of
called-
year one, it's like last year.
It's called Clarke.
Yeah, well, yeah, right. Like,
And he's a retired ad salesman.
yeah, exactly.
That's
right?
he's gotten
I
old.
like Superman before he smoked.
Lucky
Yeah.
Strike doesn't look good on you,
Yeah.
Soup. All right, so we got Adrian Brody on steroids. We've got John
Hannum cigarettes.
John Hammond smoking cigarettes.
Yeah.
Jimmy, you go next.
Oh, okay. Well, obviously it's fucking Bill Murray. I don't know how we could go any other direction with it.
Sure.
Also a Wes Anderson staple. He brings everything that you said about John Hamm, but double it, at least.
I
He
can't.
can easily play a sociopath.
Yeah,
No
but in a
problem.
French hat. Like that's.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I don't love it.
Why can't Omni-Man maybe be French-Canadian? Mark's possibly Canadian.
That's okay.
I would just
so-
love to see Bill Murray grab that dude's head and then just crush it and go, oh, look at that.
No, you know what it would
Do one
be.
of those Bill
Thank
Murray,
you.
like,
Yeah,
yeah, that'd be pretty great. Oh, yeah, look at that.
and then electrocute him.
Right?
Yeah.
And they could just CGI his face onto someone else's body.
No, I want
for
the
all
George Michael bodysuit. He has to have that. He has to have that. At that point.
Yeah.
I just mean for like the big fights and everything. Maybe they don't.
No,
need
he's
to...
doing his own
You're
wire
right,
work.
You're right.
Oh, yeah.
It's Wes
What are they
Anderson.
gonna
We'll get the guy
Tell
from
him
The
no.
Irishman to do it.
That's right.
We need you to de-age this old guy.
And then hang him on a set of wires.
Make him fly.
How much will this cost to insure?
Tell me that's not perfect.
Oh, so what we're doing for Indiana Jones 5. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, same budget.
And he broke another thing. I don't
Oh
know
my
what he broke
God.
on this film.
He's
but-
flying a plane again. We don't know what
You know
happened.
he broke Shia LaBeouf's spirit.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he
Yeah. After that, buff downhill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's back now.
down.
Buff
He's back.
down.
He did Fury. He's back now. Peanut Butter Falcon. He's back.
He's back with tattoos. He did
He's
that drug
back.
dealer movie.
He's back.
All right. Adrian Brody on steroids.
Mm-hmm.
John Hamm. Bill Murray.
Fresh off Ghostbusters.
Fresh off Ghostbusters. Charles.
Oh, okay. Okay, so this one, okay, John Hamm was the first one I thought of.
Yeah.
right away. Thought John
It's a good
Hamm.
pick.
Because, yeah, also, just like I'm sure everybody did, the fan art of seeing John Hamm in it is fantastic. Henry Cavill, by the way, I don't know who posted that. That blew my fucking mind. I did
think
not
Rob-
expect
I
that
think
one.
Rob posted
That was
that.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. I did not expect that.
Would Henry Cavill be too young?
That's the only thing. Is he?
Like,
I think he
say
would.
maybe like if this movie is made in 10 years from now.
But I
Henry
think
Cavill's
of Henry Cavill in Mission Impossible, and it's totally Omni-Man, basically, without flying. Like, he's basically Omni-Man. Yeah. But I agree, little young. But with Timothy Chalamet, maybe not. Maybe not so young,
Yeah.
right?
DH some. Take some
right, 'cause-
Chalamet.
Yeah,
off.
we're gonna need you to grow your mustache and then shave it, and then we'll CGI it. No, so what I went with going with Caleb and going with like the theme of the family, and given the recent movie and what I've heard, I went Idris Elba.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh.
I love the idea of seeing him play a bad guy.
Everyone
I really
loves
think he's
Idris.
great at it. Like, I think he did it maybe in Losers. I think that was the twist in it, is he turns out to be the double crosser in it, I think,
he
or
is
maybe
the double. Well, he's also
Hobbs
the
versus Shaw.
yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna
yeah, and
say,
Hobbs and
Mark,
Shaw, yeah, right? Like, I love the idea of him being a bad guy. We know he can grow a stash.
He can
Like, that's
fucking do
no issue.
anything.
And he's in great shape.
He's a DJ.
He's in
He
great
can
shape.
fucking do it
Yeah,
all.
man.
Also a
Right?
kickboxer guy.
That's
Right?
right. He literally does everything.
Yeah.
He had
yeah.
a reality television show on Discovery about his journey to Thailand to take traditional kickboxing.
That's right. That's right.
Everything.
Yeah, man.
Do you guys want to? You guys need to watch that if you've not seen it.
He,
There's two things two actors have done that are perfect outside of what they've done. One of them is what is wrong with me today? Well, one's Idris Elba.
Sean
with
Pilgrim.
kickboxing. No. Most beautiful man in Hollywood.
Paul Rudd?
Ewan McGregor.
oh, Ewan McGregor.
Just needed a second. Ewan McGregor doing
What
the long way
magazine
around.
picked that?
Oh, with the motorcycle.
So the long way up, the long way around, and the long way through.
It's this motorcycle tour thing.
It's
he
his
did,
motorcycle
right?
tour thing with his best friend.
That's right. Yeah. That was
The
dope.
other thing is Idris Elba kickboxing, because Idris
Yeah.
Elba gets the shit kicked out of him
Yeah.
by like Muay Thai experts.
Oh, yeah.
They like
Oh, yeah.
beat his shins with bamboo sticks. It's like it's old school Jean-Claude Van Damme blood sport shit.
I love it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I love
Yeah.
it.
So-
well, and most recently, the Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Yes, he's an anti-hero, but those parts where you see him being the bitter, angry man,
Hey,
that but magnified with Omni-Man's like vengeance.
but he's also
Yeah.
a comedic genius too.
But that's what I mean. Like, and those heartfelt moments, like when they're playing baseball together in the sky, is going to be so like, aw. And then when it goes like, evil, it's like, God damn.
Went Luther on
And
my
ima-
ass.
right.
You went Idris
And
Elba on
imagine
me.
that shot of Idris Elba flying into nothing universe and crying,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah.
God damn.
Okay.
God damn.
All right.
I just
Good
want to see him
picks.
play. I just want to see him be a bad guy, man. I love
Good
Idris Elba.
picks.
Those are really good picks.
Good pick.
If he doesn't get Bond, I hope he gets Bond villain.
Yeah,
That's all I'm saying.
absolutely.
That's all I'm saying.
All right. Let's reiterate. Adrian Brody on steroids. John Hamm. Bill Murray.
Yeah,
And
still got it.
Idris Elba.
Idris Elba. Sorry, there's a lot of memorization today, everybody.
A lot of names being thrown at us.
Yeah.
Mike, you smoked a whole joint to yourself.
A lot of people's kids that I don't know, okay? Just being thrown at me here.
Jimmy.
Yeah, you want me to vote for?
I want you to vote first out of that whole myriad. So let's just reiterate.
Well,
Bill-
no,
no, you're
we
good.
know who it is. You said it. John Hamm's a fucking excellent choice. I think he fits the part. Like, he absolutely looks like him. But if I want to stick to Wes Anderson, then Adrian Brody is the right choice.
On steroids.
Oh, fuck. But also Idris Elba as a bad guy is very appealing. Oh, I think I'm gonna stick with Brody.
Brody.
This is the
Oh, yeah.
Adrian broadcast.
It'd also be cool to have the first studio that finances steroids for the
That's
use
right.
of character. Like, they actually
It's his
allow
choice.
it. He's just on set injecting steroids, and they're like, keep going.
It's not illegal. He's not an athlete. He's an actor.
And he needs to be juiced, baby.
That's part of the role.
Okay. So we've got Timothy Chalamet as Mark, and we've got surgically steroidally enhanced Adrian Brody with a fucking badass mustache.
Well, hold on. You guys still have to vote.
Yeah. Well, I can't.
Who you voting, Mike? Don't forget Bill Murray in the George Michael suit.
I'm torn. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm torn between Adrian Brody and Idris Elba. Like, I know what the decision is here, but like, no, I'm going with Idris Elba. I want to see him do it. I think he should be the next Bond.
I do too.
It's a no.
Even if his
conversation
Bond
with
is
me.
called One Last Ride or something.
Yeah.
Why?
Because everyone shits on him because of his age. I'm like, then fine, do like a last mission or something. I don't care.
Yeah,
Like,
it just
just
give
get him
us,
to be Bond. Why
or just
not?
rotate Bonds out. Rotate Bonds at different points in their lives.
Right?
Like, stop this 6-run same actor shit. Give it to Idris Elba one. Give it to Tom Hiddleston.
Get
another.
Timothy Dalton back. Why not?
Is Roger Moore dead?
Oh yeah, he
oh, yeah,
died.
oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
He
we're
definitely
hologramming
died.
that one. Well, okay, all right. Sidetrack
Paul Walker
aside.
him?
Sidetrack.
I'm sorry.
Sidetrack aside. If you made a Paul Walker action figure, would it have a burning car? That's. Mark
You're
that.
going to hell.
Can you mark that to edit?
Yep.
Yeah. Bam, marked.
Okay, if I had to pick, it's Idris Elba. It's Idris Elba.
Okay.
All right. So we got Adrian Brody, Idris Elba, Charles. Is it gonna be a tie? Or are you gonna?
Idris Elba. No.
It's a tie.
No. I'm going Bill Murray in the George Michael suit. Holy fuck! Just the idea of him crushing a man's skull and going, "Oh, look at that." Oh,
All right. Well, it's
gushy.
Mark it down. That's Adrian Brody.
Adrian Brody.
as Omni-Man.
Oh my God! On
Dad.
steroids.
Steroids, Adrian
Oh my
Brody.
God.
Jack.
Specific steroids.
It's gonna look
Adrian
so.
Brody.
He's
Not
always gonna be
Adrian Brody.
sweating.
Yeah.
Oh.
They can edit the sweat out in post.
It's just got a
Fucking
filter.
Diana Ball, Adrian Brody. Is what we need.
Yeah.
Dear God.
Oh my God.
All right, I'll pick next. So
that's
let's.
funny.
It's not the hero we want, but it's the hero we need.
Yeah.
Well, let's go with what makes sense because we're left with Deborah, Cecil, Amber Bennett, and Adam and Eve. Or Adam and Eve. What's wrong with me today?
Up and atom.
Alp and Atom. So let's do
and
Mom.
Atom.
Let's do Mom.
It's cool
Okay.
now,
And
okay?
Debbie, right?
Yeah, Debbie. Yeah.
Okay.
You go first, Charles. Who do
So
you
I
think
had
should
two
be?
again, and then the one I went with though I said Halle Berry.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to see?
Super hot mom.
Yeah. I was just kind of trying to get there. But I'm glad
No,
you got
but
there
like
first.
she's hot, but like the attitude that of what Debbie is, because Debbie has to put a superhero in his place and still establish a relationship. And like, even though you can fly and everything, you love me and you're committed to a family. And I feel like Halle Berry has that humor, but also seriousness. And then the relationship with her, like that she would have with Mark, I think would be really like, fun like it is in the comic book and in the show, but serious as well too. And yeah, I don't know. And she's super hot. I like Halle Berry a lot. I like her.
It's a good
There's nothing
choice,
wrong with
yeah.
a hot mom. Mom
No.
should be hot.
Yeah.
Good for
Good
her.
choice.
No, when you're casting a multi-dimensions.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if I'd say that in the casting room, like hot mom. I'd just be like, good mom. We need a good mom. Good. Yeah.
Good,
It
good.
just doesn't hurt
Really
that she's
good.
super hot too. Yeah.
all right. This is where I kept with offering a little bit of the original, which was keeping with Mark's Asian ancestry. I went with Ming Nang Hua. You guys know who that is?
Oh, from Star Wars.
From Star Wars.
Oh yeah.
Also,
Assassin with Boba Fett.
Assassin
Yeah,
with Boba Fett.
I know what you're talking about. What's her face? Ming Li in
Shang-Chi.
In Street Fighter.
In Street Fighter, Chun-Li.
Chun-Li in Street Fighter.
Exactly,
Yeah, the 90s, man.
I
Remember the night.
remember the 90s.
yeah.
I love her.
Cocaine.
I love her voice. I love her presence.
She's great.
I am.
And she's ageless. Let's talk about
she's-
that too. That's insane.
It's insane.
Yeah.
How good she looks.
Yeah.
It's there's just
Her
so,
and Halle Berry can take turns being the mom.
Yeah,
Actually,
we'll just
They
rotate
switch
out. Yeah.
They switch out.
I just I'm so happy that she's on the Book of Boba Fett. Like,
Yeah.
they brought her character,
And her character's
along.
dope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she is. So that's and she can also break bad. She's done a lot of stuff. She was in Mulan, like the voice in Mulan. Like there's so much playable clay there with her actability that it was just
A
easy.
no-brainer.
It was a no-brainer. Thank you. My brain went nowheres. So that's my pick, Jimmy. Take us back to Wes.
Well, I picked Angelica Houston mostly because
Yes.
it would be age appropriate with Bill Murray, and
How old is Mark? And Jason, it makes sense. Jason could still kind of be her kid.
think
I guess.
about it. So that's pretty much why.
Yeah.
But she's a mother figure. You've all seen Addams Family, so
Totally. Totally. And she can handle Bill. She
That's
can
right.
put Bill in his place.
That's what I think too. It would be a very nice dynamic between the
I
two of them.
just recently saw her in John Wick, where she gets the knife through the hands.
Oh my God.
And
That's
plays the
great.
gypsy.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm a big. I'll never stop being a fan of Angelica.
No, she's great. She's
she-
really great. And I think
she's-
she's underrated too.
She is. She's like a Hollywood dame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, she's been around, seen a lot. Just
And like it just again, it all makes sense age wise. Like Schwartzman, yeah, he's like in his 30s and in high school, but
wearing
at
a
least his parents
backwards
are in
cap.
their 70s. So so it makes sense. We're not trying to say
Schwartzman was
he's
held back a
young.
couple years.
Maybe
He's
he's
still-
just really stupid.
He's remedial.
He's still always showing them how to use the iPad, and they still don't get it.
that's realism for you.
And he's always like, "It's hard, man. Grade 12 sucks."
And like a
He's always
student,
saying.
another student had to show him how to use it.
He still has the iPhone 3. He's just freaking out.
Do you guys know where I can buy some marijuana?
Just consider it for your consideration.
It's out there.
Angelica Houston.
Angelica
love it.
Houston, keeping
I
Bill
love
Murray in line.
That's right.
As Deborah.
I
and
know
Omni
it's
Man.
Adrian Brody now, but
Never coming to a theater near you.
Oh my God.
Martin, what did you? What was your pick?
Well, like the majority of you guys, I was also thinking hot mom. So I,
Yes.
I'm sorry, which one of us is not in that category?
Hey, Marticia's still hot.
That's
man.
right.
Yeah.
That's right, Martin.
Timeless. Ageism.
I went with Marissa Tomei.
Oh, dude, yes.
Yeah.
That
Already
was my
plays
other
a
pick.
mother
Yes.
figure.
You're all
She
the
devil.
already plays a mother figure.
That was my other
in
pick.
Peter Parker.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
and she's an Oscar winner.
She is. And she's so good, man. She's so good. Yeah, that was
that Oscar shit. That Oscar bait pulls people into the seats. That's
That was funny
fucking
enough.
Great. My
Invincible,
biological.
starring Oscar winner Marissa
Still
Tomei.
looks amazing.
Sheila's incredible.
My
she's like-
biological clock is ticking over here.
She's about
She's
that
getting
age
better
too.
with age, man. It's insane.
She's about that age who would have like a senior high school student, like you know what I mean,
Yeah.
grade 12.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
Oh man, if I had my cousin Vinny in that, oh wow.
Yeah. That Joe Pesci is some hottie.
Did not see that coming.
Those two youths. The youths.
Jimmy, get the magnums. Get the magnums, Jimmy.
Oh, I love that you said Marissa Tomei, though. That's great.
That's a good choice.
All
Because
right.
I even laughed and I was like, Tom Holland, Invincible, Marissa Tomei, the mom.
Boom.
yeah,
You're
ridiculous.
just by yourself.
Yeah, I was like, oh, you're so witty.
Hot
Genius.
Hot mom Angelica, hot mom Hallie, hot mom Marissa, or
Stop.
hot mom Ming.
Oh, man. All of them win.
Just gotta say, think of Marissa Tomei beside a roided out Adrian Brody. That's the poster. That's the poster for Invincible. That's the poster for Invincible.
Oh, my
It's like
God.
some
I
Harlequin
forgot.
love novel.
Oh, my God. I forgot about that. Holy fuck. That's funny.
It's like Adrian Brody's shirt's all torn. You know, just
He's,
one,
like,
one peck
sweating.
is showing. Yeah.
He's angry because he's
He's
just
very sweaty.
He's so confused all the time. My heart hurts.
Who wants to vote first?
Oh, fuck me, man. These are all good picks.
Jimmy, you go.
Christ. I guess since it's not Bill Murray. Oh man. I'm gonna probably Marissa Tomei.
All right.
Yeah.
Spider-Man's mom has got it going on. Charles, what about
Get
you?
out.
Yeah, man. She was my second pick, Marissa Tomei, baby.
Wow, 2 for Marissa.
That's right.
All right. Halle Berry. This is Halle Berry.
Yeah.
This is Halle Berry.
Yeah.
Like you're building this idea over here that keeps talking to me, and
let's get her to redo Catwoman. She wants to direct a remake, so let's let her do it.
Good.
Oh, she will.
I don't
She
know
won't fuck
why
around.
that I
She just did a movie where she's getting the shit kicked out of her and kicking the shit out of other
that
women, and
MMA movie.
That's
she
why
made?
she's like, give me
Yeah.
Catwoman again. I'll do it right. I'm like, yeah, let her do it.
Or just put her in the Batman with Zoe, like as a supporting character.
The
of another
sequel's just
Catwoman.
cut to 27 years later. Gotham's been fine, but now this Joker's back.
All right, so Martin, you're last to go here.
Just because I forgot what Mike picked, I'm gonna go with Halle Berry.
This is how Mike loses every week. He goes first and we forget.
I love how you guys. I won't ask what he picked. I forgot, so I'm not going to change
Since I
that.
had forgotten about Mike.
Ming Na Wah, guys. Ming Na Wah.
Oh, yeah, that's a good pick.
Oh,
That was a
yeah.
good pick.
This is, you know what? This is the
was a
punishment of
good
going
pick.
first.
It was a
You're
good
right.
pick.
All right,
Halle
okay.
Berry, though.
Let's move over to something which I feel I will mark that. By the way,
Oh,
Being a geek is cool
and
now.
I think I've
okay?
got the pick for this one. I'm not.
Ooh,
I'm not
going in.
I'm going in
balls
confident. Yeah,
Wow.
I'm going in confident here.
All right.
Oh, no.
So for Cecil, which I totally is it Cecil or Cecil?
I say Cecil.
Okay, it's Cecil. Then.
Hello, Cecil.
Hello, Cecil.
Yeah, that's what I think of.
So
Cecil
Cecil.
was from Reboot.
What?
That was they pronounced it Cecil in Reboot.
Yeah,
That was
you're
the-
right. They did.
That's a
Reboot.
that's give him a point.
Great.
That's a
That
deep
is
cut.
definitely a point. And
That's
so
definitely a
the whole
point.
gang died.
So
Bob.
what is Cecil's like? He's the head of what's the
He's like the
organization?
head of basically the organization that like is managing the superheroes. Like team. What is it? The Globe.
Globe of some. Yeah.
Oh God, it's close to the Guardians of the Guardians of the
Globe
Globe.
Defenders, Guardians of the Globe.
Guardians of the Globe.
So all right. So
Yeah.
for
He manages them.
a weathered, seen some shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
My hairline tells you how stressed my life has been. Black ops, older kind of badass motherfucker.
Yeah.
It's Ed motherfucking Harris, guys.
Totally.
There's no other argument for this because
Yeah.
think the Abyss,
Yeah.
right? Think
The Rock.
The Rock,
Yeah.
right? Think
Yeah.
all of
Stepmom.
well, have you
He's great at it.
yeah,
Okay.
like every
Your bear.
Armageddon.
Armageddon,
Yeah.
Apollo 13,
Totally.
right? Like
He loves space.
he's just
loves
played
space.
the Man in Black from Westworld. Like
Yeah.
the real character that he is this.
Remember the Titans.
This is just the Ed Harris hour now. Just going to naming his whole filmography.
But I just feel that he has that presence, and you just give him a little bit of sarcasm and a little bit of like, "Shut the fuck up, I'm better than you."
Yeah.
Like you don't know what you're talking about. Put that on him. Ed Harris is your Cecil, hands down.
Yeah, I'm going to lie. Reading the comic book right away, I would even tell Claudia. She has no idea what I'm saying. It's probably just nonsense to her. But I'd be like, this guy's totally Ed Harris. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I did envision it at Ed Harris for sure. For sure.
All right.
Yeah, I can see it.
What's
for sure.
yours?
Because you picked Ed Harris, I'll go with what my other pick was because I thought Ed Harris was too on the nose. I went John Malkovich.
No, this is how I win. Pick Ed Harris.
Ooh, John Malkovich.
I went John Malkovich, especially because he can rock Cecil's hair hard. He can rock a skullet. And he can be like, "You're better. You're stronger." And just yell that all the time at them.
His character, like the tan douchebag from Transformers.
Oh my God.
That's what
Yeah.
I give him. Like, bring some of that to the role.
I mean, that even Red, how he's just
Yes,
the crazy
yeah.
retired, right? Like,
The retired
I
CIA.
And
Yeah,
when
I
he
never
does
thought
play
of that.
serious, like when he is very serious and dry, like don't get me wrong, Wilton Goggins, I believe is his name.
Yeah,
He voices it so good.
He
so
does.
good.
So good.
he does.
But I mean, I could see Malkovich doing like that energy physically. I could see Malkovich do it.
I didn't know we were going off of how good of a skullet.
That was a big seller for Malkovich.
Shit.
I'm like, well, he can definitely do the skullet
You're
right
right.
there. He can rock that skullet for sure. Oh, yeah.
No. I might be in trouble then. We'll see.
Jimmy, who did you pick to rock some skull mullet Cecil action? Cecil.
Obviously, I picked Willem Dafoe.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Great pick.
Tell me he couldn't just bring manic energy to this character that you didn't even know he had.
Totally.
He's gonna turn it into his own new character that you're gonna love.
I can see some Green Goblin coming off of that.
Totally.
As
Totally.
Cecil.
Right?
Like
I
scary
can-
and dry.
Yeah. I mean, he was the Jesus. He did the last temptation of Christ.
Yeah, man. That's what an insane performance that man did for that movie.
Right? Like he's.
Yeah.
I was
Think
watching.
what he could bring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
totally. Fuck.
What is it that line in Spider-Man? Is it out am I?
Out am I?
Yeah.
Did you guys? There was a clip recently of him being fired from his first role that he doesn't consider his first role, which is like someone told him a joke while they were doing a lighting scene, and he laughed, and the director was like, "Step out," and fired him. on the
Wow.
spot.
Really,
But he's in the
eh?
movie, but like
That's so
he's like,
funny.
so I don't technically consider it my first.
I wouldn't.
What the fuck?
Yeah. I wouldn't show that and be like, yeah, that's the first movie I did.
Pretty psyched about it.
Yeah,
It comes out next
I
week.
didn't get paid.
So all right, so let's collect here before we send off to Martin. So we've got Ed Harris,
Yes.
we've got
Malkovich.
Malkovich,
Yeah.
and we've got
Willem
Willem
Dafoe.
Dafoe. Oh my God, Martin, what are you gonna throw at us to compete with?
I went with another Oscar winner, F. Murray Abraham,
Oh,
because of his performances in Homeland. So he already
Yeah.
plays like a CIA head.
Yeah.
You don't trust him.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a good guy. He's a bad guy. You're not sure yet.
Right.
And
right.
also, like, he kicked ass in Amadeus as Antonio Salieri. So
And pretty
Yeah.
cool just to go by the name F.
yeah.
Ugh.
No, I didn't even. Man, that's a good pick, Martin. I didn't.
That was a
even think
great
of that
pick.
at all.
That's a great pick.
Fuck Murray
I love it.
Abraham.
Fuck. Murray.
That's the new fuck Mary kill.
Mary Abraham.
Have you've seen all of Homeland, Martin?
I'm not the latest season. No, I'm on the. I haven't seen the
Oh
newest
man,
season.
you're in for a treat, buddy. Yeah, but he's right. He plays Saul in.
Yeah.
No, does he play? No, he doesn't play Saul. He plays the other guy.
Better call.
Better Call. Yeah,
Better call.
he just plays like an NSA dark ops guy, like
Yeah.
Martin said. Totally solid. Like, and
Bill,
yeah,
He's also
role.
a Wes Anderson alumni in the Grand Budapest Hotel.
yes, yes.
Oh yeah, that's a very good point.
Ooh, double
Yeah.
dipping over there,
Yeah.
buddy.
I think
Yeah.
you
Just
got me.
saying.
But
Just
you're right,
saying.
yeah, and it's like you never can trust fully if he's on your side or
Yeah.
working in the shadows or what's going on.
Yeah, and you need that in that guy.
sure.
That's
sure.
easy. I'm going F.
That's why the way Walton does the voice work is perfect because it's just like it sounds like he's always up to something.
You just
Yeah,
fuck
like
around and
somebody
find
gets
out.
murdered in front of him and he's like, "Okay, go to Plan B now." And you're like, "Oh, what?" Yeah, like yeah, right.
When did
Like-
Plan A start?
Yeah.
All right. Well, Martin, you've got your first F. Murray Abraham
Yeah,
over
that's
here
an easy choice. I'm going F.
from
Murray.
Jimmy. Martin, you want to go next?
You go next.
Oh, all right. Thank you.
Why don't you fucking go next?
Why don't you fucking go next?
Yeah.
I want to go last, so I win. That makes sense. Ed.
You can
Malkovich,
pick yourself.
Malkovich.
It's Malkovich. It is actually
It's
Malkovich.
the skullet, man. It's
It
the
is-
skullet.
It
Yeah.
is the skullet. It's the kooky nature. It's, I mean, his role in The Man in the Iron Mask. I still like that. I covet that as one of my favorite
Yeah.
Malkovich moments.
Yeah.
He just knows how to go. Oh, what's the burn after reading?
Oh my God.
Right.
Give me the fucking disc or CD or whatever the fuck it is. Just give it. Oh my God. Could watch that all day.
All damn day.
it's
So I got
amazing.
Malkovich. So we got F. Murray Abraham and Malkovich so far. You go next, Charles.
I am a fucking sucker for Defoe. So the fact I'm gonna go
no.
William Defoe.
Oh no, Martin!
no.
Martin gets to create a tie.
I'm
or-
so sorry. I'm such a sucker for Defoe, and I would love. I think
Swing
of
vote.
Boondock Saints Defoe at the end, playing Cecil, but trying to keep it together. And I'm like, I'd love to see that.
The ass kissing starts with you.
Oh yeah, yeah.
All right, so Martin, you could give.
I think we have a 4-way tie. I like Ed Harris. That's who I
Totally.
No.
Totally.
So what do we do?
Aaron Harris is the first guy you bring in to read for the role, like easily. I feel like.
Well, the charitable thing to do is give it to me.
charitable, yes.
Yes, 'tis the season. No, we have a 4-way tie. We didn't. We leave it up to the listener. Listener, you send us, when you hear this, you send us your idea. You let us know which the four of us.
Jimmy, get Ed on the phone and
What
let's
if
see
I-
what Ed thinks.
What if we put Bill Murray here?
You know
Bill
what?
Murray
I
would
thought
be-
you were gonna put Bill Murray.
Bill
there.
Murray would be
Murray's
a
the perfect
great-
role.
Yeah.
He
Can we
would
all
be a
agree-
great
okay,
Cecil.
We all
He
can't
would.
agree on, but we all can't agree on our picks. But can we all agree on Bill Murray?
Yeah,
I can agree on Bill Murray.
I totally can agree
Okay,
on
Bill Murray is Cecil.
Yeah.
All right.
I think Bill Murray and what's it called? The spy one with Steve Carell, Get Smart, where he's in the tree. And he's just like, hey,
Well,
hey.
he also did play
Don't go.
Charlie's Angels. The
Yeah,
original
he
Charlie's
did.
Angels.
Bosley.
That was
Yeah,
Bosley,
he was
yeah.
good. He was good.
So
Yeah.
we got a lot there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're coming, listener, everybody. We're coming in on the home stretch here, and our second to last pick here. We're going back to the ladies.
Being a geek
And,
is cool
I
now.
believe
Okay.
It was Amber Bennett. It was Mark's girlfriend. So Jimmy, you go first.
Listen, I'm going in a tandem. The last one we're doing Amber and we're doing Adam Eve, right?
Yep.
I'm casting Owen and Luke Wilson. That's right, you heard me.
Amber Bennett.
Interchangeable. One could be Amber, one could be Adam Eve. It doesn't matter.
Oh no, I think Amber Bennett's just the girlfriend. Is
Yeah.
just the girlfriend.
Yeah.
She's not
Yeah.
Adam Eve.
So
though.
that's
No,
Adam
either-
Eve
I
is
said
separate.
Maybe
Amber.
that's
No,
Luke.
what I meant is Amber Bennett, and then we're gonna do Adam and Eve. Not
Gotcha,
Adam
gotcha,
Eve.
gotcha,
What's
gotcha.
wrong with
Okay,
me today?
I'm sorry.
So Luke
Mark
and
it.
Owen Wilson as one or both of them.
Wow.
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 That's how he treats it.
Really?
Wow.
Two more Wes Anderson staples. It makes sense. It all fits in. It doesn't, but it does.
I'm glad you're.
I mean, if Adrian Brody's on steroids, at that point, where is the limit? Like, can't say no to Luke and Owen playing Amber Bennett. So.
And Adam Eve.
And Adam Eve, right.
Yeah.
You can't,
no.
you can't.
I mean, this is now reimagining. We've stepped
That's
out.
right.
We've
That's right.
Inspired by.
The
That's right.
brothers are the love interest.
Okay. No, I get what you're. Okay, I get what you're doing.
He's still thinking Bill Murray is the dad, so it would be appropriate age if Jason Schwartzman was.
Exactly.
I forgot Jason Schwartzman.
He's thinking Jason Schwartzman is still
He's still invincible in my universe.
still invincible. Yeah.
What a fucked up high school experience for everyone.
Everyone, yeah.
Oh my god, I love it.
This is where Arnold from the Magic School Bus would end up going to high school.
This is like the GMath class of.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know?
I would know.
No pre-calc. No pre-calc.
I
No
took-
freak.
There will be no pre-cal here.
Oh my god.
I took that class. I know.
Oh my god.
Martin, you go next. Who did you cast as Mark's love interest?
I gotta go with the dude cast again, Zendaya.
Well,
Yeah.
that's two Zendayas because I was
Yeah.
up. That was me too. I knew.
Yeah.
Fuck.
She was the first one that came to mind.
I agree with Martin. Whatever
For
Martin's
sure.
about to say. Martin, why Zendaya?
Wait, Luke Wilson didn't come to your mind first?
Owen did.
I wanted good acting, and I wanted someone like what I looked at actresses under 30, and she was the only one that really stood out.
Yep. No, I totally get it. She was a badass in Euphoria. She's a badass as MJ. She's like everything she does is so completely opposite
She's good.
of who she is. And I love that she's like this astounding model at the same time can stretch her wings and act and really fucking nail it.
Yeah.
And step
Yeah.
so far outside of the preconceived notion of Zendaya. Her
Right.
power as an actor is I love it.
sure.
That was so I'm just
Zendaya.
And Timothy Chalamet taller, so it wouldn't be awkward.
No,
Yeah.
it wouldn't. Yeah.
They're side
right?
by
yeah.
side.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Well, and what's funny, like I totally agree. That was the first one that came to mind. And what's funny is with Timothy Chalamet or Tom Holland, there's like she fits with both, and I was laughing already because I'm like, okay, so I just made Spider-Man invincible. Then it's like what I'm doing at
I
this
did
point.
it again.
I
No,
did it.
but no,
that's your
a good
that's
pick.
your Schwartzman.
yeah.
Spider-Man.
Yeah. No, that's a good pick. It's a good
Tobey
pick.
Maguire
Yeah.
as the Invincible.
Yeah.
I'm not a
Oh my
casting
God.
director, okay?
All right, so we've got Luke and Owen Wilson.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's great. That's great.
I gotta stop smiling.
Two Zendayas.
Two Zendayas. What do we have from Charles?
So, am I giving you my pick for Adam Eve as well as for
No,
Amber
no,
Bennett? Okay,
did-
just
did-
Amber
That's
Bennett.
special.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right. I get it. Okay, he's got a Hail Mary over there. So my first
Two
pick was
Wilsons, one pick.
My first pick was Alana Glazer, just because I love how funny she is
Yeah.
and like the kind of wittiness and whatnot. But her with Caleb would be weird.
yeah.
It's like who I don't know who to arrest first in this scenario. But
you're going to jail.
yeah, me for sure. But the final pick I went with, because age appropriate and I think talent wise too, and I want to see her in a role like this. I believe I'm pronouncing it right. Is Macy Williams was Arya Stark?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think her with Caleb would be cool. Like I think that would be a cool dynamic between the two of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's I never even thought of
Look at
Macy.
us going age appropriate. I'm
Right?
proud of us.
Hot moms and age appropriate on the Real Debaters.
Get me a hot mom and Arya Stark on the phone now. That's what a casting director does basically, Jimmy.
Okay.
I knew it.
Charles, Charles, we're going to start with you here on who you should vote for the casting of Amber Bennett. What do you what of the flavors of the day? How? Yeah,
I'll do it like this because Jimmy deserves a little bit of a shout out. I would go with Owen Wilson if I had to pick between the two.
Understandable.
So I would go Owen Wilson for Amber Bennett. But I think my pick will be Zendaya.
Zendaya. Sorry, Zendaya.
MJ.
Yeah. Yeah. I get. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
I'll give her my vote.
Fair enough.
And Owen is the honorable mention.
Okay. Okay, but that's not getting me votes.
I need votes, baby.
So we got one Zendaya, Jimmy.
I think I want to vote last.
Okay.
I respect that.
All right, I'll go next. I like the Macy idea. I think she needs to. I think it would be great for her to step outside of what we all know her as. She did another film for HBO that Shauna started watching that was weird and dark.
End of the World, I think, or something.
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
She's good. She's tough,
but it's just going to take a moment for everybody to get over the idea of the Needler being attached to her. And,
for sure,
You know, all of that stuff.
Because even I said I was like Arya Stark.
But this is a very you don't have much option.
Yeah, right.
But like this is a very good outside role for her to be accepted by the
and she's
public
cute.
eye.
I think she could play the cute aspect of why Mark would be attracted to her.
Definitely.
Right? Like I don't even mean physically. I mean her personality. Like she's cute.
Yeah,
she's a sharp, but she's witty, and she's like exactly how
she's cutting.
Yeah, like right,
and
exactly how
take any shit.
She is in the comic, and even how Zazie Beetz like does her voice. It's great, right? I understand why Mark has the relationship with her.
Zendaya.
Now, hold on, Michael. So, who is your honorable mention?
Oh, like who did
Jimmy
I?
gets one every time. Which Wilson brother would you pick?
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. Yeah, everybody gets a medal today.
I'm waiting.
Martin's face is the best. Oh my god. Oh fuck. That was
I
great.
will pick. I will. Owen Luke.
It's such a hard decision.
I mean, Luke to me only is like
hot.
He's idiocracy, old school,
Right.
and Royal Tannenbaums.
Yeah.
Owen is so much more than that, but gets really boring after, like, it's too much after a while. So I'm gonna give you Luke.
Wow. Okay.
That's
Wow. We're getting close.
He's gonna add up his 3 from all of us, and it will beat our single one.
Coming down to the wire.
He gets the side pod no matter what.
So we have a Zendaya, we have 2 Lukes, and we have this a Zendaya, 2 Lukes, and a Macy. Martin, what do you want to do first? You want to give him his medal, or do you want to give us the?
I'm gonna give Jimmy his medal. I disagree with Mike. I never get bored of WoW, so I'm going with Owen.
Yeah, man.
All day. I do that all day.
Yeah.
Thank you.
If you just had a sound of that repeating on a YouTube clip all the time, I'd listen to it all day.
Wow.
Excellent.
Yeah. You're low
All
key.
the wows of Owen Wilson. That's what I want. The soundtrack.
Oh my god! If Owen Wilson ever writes his own book, it's from WoW to now. Wow.
All right, let me try to come back to that. We got a Zendaya, we got a Macy, we got 2 Lukes,
No, 2 Owens.
2 Owens, 2 Owens, a Luke,
Yeah.
And now, Martin, your final pick.
Your final pick.
My final pick. I'm gonna vote. Can I vote for Mike Sindak? Because actually, it's not my pick, so I'm voting for Mike Sindak.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, I guess that's
Yes,
allowed.
you can.
Can I say this? Let's get some color in this film. You know.
There you go. Totally.
Let's get
Yeah.
someone else.
Totally.
All right, so we got Zendaya, Owen, Luke.
Oh my
Macy.
God.
That's
Cool.
that's up to Jimmy now to do something.
Owen Wilson it is.
For both picks.
Oh my God.
Oh shit. Who's your serious pick?
Pick Zendaya.
Oh, sweet. Me and Martin
Which
share
one?
the load on this
Which one, though?
Martin.
Martin Zendaya.
Martin's.
Everybody today gets to go home with a Zendaya. You
Yeah,
get a Zendaya,
yeah.
you get a Zendaya, you get a
Oh, I
Zendaya.
love
Did
it.
it.
Lucky her.
Well, gentlemen, that brings us right to the
It's
end.
cool now.
That's right.
We got one left.
That's
We
right.
got Adam Eve.
That's right.
I know I keep saying it like Adam and Eve, but it's Adam Eve.
Atom Eve.
Autumn Eve. And I dub
Luke Wilson. It's time.
we started it with Charles. We'll end it with Charles. Charles, who's your pick for Adam Eve?
I went. I hope I'm saying her name right. I hate that I always have to say it.
Jennifer
Zoe
Coolidge.
Dutch. Zoe. Is it
Deutsch?
Zoe Dutch?
Zoe
Zoe
Deutsch.
Dutch.
Zoe
Deutsch.
Deutsch.
Zoe Deutsch.
Where's she from?
She was like most recently that I saw her was in Zombieland 2. She was the stupid valley girl
Right.
that never leaves their side and is Madison, right?
Yeah.
She's a natural redhead, so right away because I was like trying to think, I'm like this should be a natural if they could redhead. There's got to be other than Jessica Chastain and Amy Adams.
There's more.
There's more redheads out there that are talented. Emma Stone I thought of too, but I thought maybe age as well too because she's not as young as she was in Superbad. This isn't Superbad Emma Stone anymore. So I thought Zoe Dutch, she's talented, she's funny, and she's hot.
How young is Adam Eve? Because I imagine her to be 20 to
They're high school.
30.
They're high school.
They're high
she's
school,
still-
and I think in real life she's maybe 23, and Caleb in real life is 20.
Okay.
He definitely looks younger than her, but I mean, he'll grow into it, same way Tom did.
I can still see Emma Stone because that's my pick.
Yeah,
Like,
I
I
like Emma
can-
Stone.
I-
she could do it.
Like she still has that childlike nature that
She
she
does.
can hang on to. Like La La Land, I just see a more mature
Yeah,
student from Superbad.
yeah.
Right? So like it's just
Even when she has the red and Cruella, she could definitely like.
well, yeah, she can
Yeah.
stretch the acting chops in Cruella and,
Yep.
and do all that. But the firecracker that she is on screen and the no nonsense that Adam Eve.
And her, like, I'm not spoiling anything, but obviously these characters all get developed a lot more as the story goes, and her storyline is like we start learning more about her power, and it's fucking awesome. Her character gets really cool, yeah, and she's tough. Like she deals with a lot and whatnot, and it's cool. Yeah,
Zoe Dutch, Adam Eve. Oh, Zoe Dutch, Emma Stone, Adam Eve. So many fucking names. Jimmy, you want to go last?
I pick Jennifer Coolidge.
ooh,
MILF?
Stifler's mom.
Stifler's mom.
I
Once
love
again,
it.
if Jason Schwartzman was Mark,
That's right.
appropriate.
That's right.
Age appropriate.
That's right.
Oh, jeez. You know, it's just so slippery outside, Michael. I fell like a dumbass.
That's a really good impression.
I'm trying.
That's.
Oh, I love it.
I'm trying.
I'm trying.
I love it. I love it.
Did you
That's
see White
great.
Lotus with her?
No.
Oh God, it's like
I hear she's great in it.
she's
though.
really great in it. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's very, very. She's
Yeah.
exactly Jimmy's impression. It's like Jennifer Coolidge on Valium. Like
Oh, I love it.
Was,
I love
was-
it.
I mean, she might. Do you think she could do the wire?
I just wanted to do the impression.
Oh,
You were gonna fit her in some
Yeah,
way somehow.
somehow.
Yeah, she almost was director, but
I will leave
really
my
it.
mark by the Coolidge.
Because I've picked Luke Wilson.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I meant to take you seriously.
I love that. I could see Luke doing it.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Luke
Great
needs,
Adam Eve.
Yeah, great. Should
But
be a
it'd be
one-man
Adam.
show.
Adam.
Yeah,
Eve.
it would actually
It'd be Adam.
Eve.
Adam.
Adam. Adam.
Ah,
Eve.
Adam
is
Eve.
how they would.
Sure,
read
There's
it.
like
Okay.
no
Right.
There's-
Yeah. Yeah.
It just
him.
is what it is.
Okay,
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
That's basically what they would read. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow. Martin, speaking of wow, who's your Adam Eve?
I went with Haley Stenfield.
Oh, good pick.
That's Hawkeye
Good
right now,
action
right?
star.
Yeah.
Kate Bishop.
Yeah.
Love
Haley
doing True Grit.
Seinfeld.
So
She's super talented. She's a babe for sure. She could
She can
definitely do
act.
it. Yeah, she could definitely do it.
Oscar nominated.
That's true.
Was she nominated for True Grit?
She was.
She was.
She was that
Wow.
her opening scene in
She
True
was
Grit.
awesome in that movie, man.
It
That
was
whole
good.
movie's wicked. Matt Damon's also so underrated in
Barry
that too.
Pepper is underrated.
Yeah,
in that,
Barry
right?
Pepper is the shit.
And that's a great name.
Yeah.
Barry
Yeah.
Pepper. Barry
Yeah,
Pepper.
25th Hour.
Oh,
One of my favorite
this
roles
one's
of
as
him.
tough as like Mark was.
This is a tough one. This is good. We picked some heavy hitters with all of these, man.
Haley Stanfield, Zoe
Yeah, she's
Dutch,
great.
Emma Stone, and Luke Wilson. No,
Haley
Jennifer-
Seinfeld. Jerry Seinfeld.
Why is he punching people? He's punching them through buildings. Going everywhere. He's making a mess.
That's a good one.
I'll go first. I want to see Jennifer Coolidge.
Wow. Okay.
Love it. Stifler's mom.
Just
eh?
want to see it play. I want it to be a. She's on repeat for high school. She's been there for.
Oh my God, this is gonna be like a
Everybody
Mrs.
in this high
Robinson
school.
kind of thing now.
Yes,
Oh my
yes,
God,
yeah.
Totally. Totally. We have to rewrite the role now.
It's still high school.
Yeah.
No, okay, seriously. No, I'm
This
gonna
is the
go.
weirdest high school.
I'm gonna go with Martin. With Haley Seinfeld.
Haley Seinfeld.
Oh my God, that's an arrow! Stop shooting at me, Hawkeye! That's my
That sounds like a
What
Zoe
did I
Deutsch
do?
impression, Robin.
It is
Knife man and cut
all good. All right, let's call this thing down because this card is gonna fill up soon, and
Holy
yeah.
fuck.
All right.
So, all right, so let's vote on this, guys. Let's figure this out. Who
Let's do
is gonna
it.
play our Adam Eve, and we can call this and put this to bed. Martin, you go first. Who's your pick? Who'd you
But I
forget?
thought you went first. You went with Jennifer Coolidge.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, yeah, I did.
You did.
Yeah. All
And
right.
then- okay, Martin.
is wrong with you
who's,
today?
Who's your pick,
You
Martin?
voted yourself.
He vetoed himself. He's like, okay, let's start again.
All right. So we have Jennifer Coolidge from me. Martin, who do we have from you?
You know what? I want to go Emma Stone, but if I want to go with someone older, I'd vote Jennifer Coolidge. But I'm gonna go with age appropriate Zoe Deutsch.
Hey.
All right.
Not
Jennifer
if it's
Coolidge.
Schwartzman.
Zoe Deutsch. Jimmy.
Uh
Uh-huh.
huh. I'm also gonna go with Zoe Deutsch.
Zoe Deutsch.
Yay.
Doesn't matter
Dumbass.
anymore. Charles, who are you going to pick, though? Just
I'll
for
give you an
posterity?
Emma Stone. That
Give
was
me an
my
Emma
second
Stone.
pick. That was my. I actually wrote Emma Stone down.
Thank
so
you very
that's my
much.
second pick.
So, wow, was that fun? That was fucking.
That was great. So how does this work? Who's making this movie?
Well,
show?
I'm going to put it down on paper, and then I'm going to
We
send
just send it to Netflix.
We're going to send it from Jimmy's address, from Jimmy's
Yeah,
house
from his house.
I'm gonna go to jail.
to Wes Anderson. We're going to mail in a script, like a proof. of
Stop
what we
sending
think.
us pictures.
Yeah, it'll be a one page sent to Wes.
Oh my God.
And we'll make like 1,000 copies of it, and we'll each send it once a week.
We're gonna cause him to retire. He's like, okay, I've done it all.
Is that
I
a
guess.
Shawshank reference?
Which one?
When he starts mailing the library
Yes,
company
yes,
to send books?
yes.
Okay.
That was a Shawshank deep
All
cut right
right.
there. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we hope you have enjoyed our first fan casting. This was a lot of fun. If you like this, you can review us on Podchaser. So head to Podchaser, type in The Real Debaters, leave us a review. That's how you do it. It's pretty easy.
Yeah.
Podchaser.com, type in The Real Debaters, and say what you like about us. And if you really like us and you really want to support the show, there's a couple ways to do so. In those show notes, there's a prop shop that's got a bunch of really cool swag in there. Martin mentioned at the beginning of the show that we should use a skateboard. That's where you get those skateboards from.
That's right.
Ready to go, or just the deck to hang on your wall like a piece of art.
Do some sick flips and do a 900.
Kick flip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are all tricks.
That's the real one.
We skated.
Front
Tony Hawk,
clearly.
side, back 80.
And if you're also inclined, if you're like, I don't want to spend that much on a sweater, I don't need a sweater, but you're like, I still love these guys. How do I support them? There's a donation tab. $1, $3, and $5 gets you something from one of us on the show.
That's right.
Click it. It says buy us a coffee. It's the easiest thing to do.
You can get our OnlyFans prints.
Exactly.
Exclusively.
For $5, Michael send you clippings of his beard.
Yeah,
Clone
Shauna-
'em.
Yeah, Shauna just yells at me when I leave them everywhere, so I might as well give them to someone who
There you
wants
go.
Own
them.
his ass.
All of this can be found in the show notes from wherever you're listening to the show. If you want to email us, therealdebaters@gmail.com. If you want to follow us on social media, we are on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. That's no surprise. That's where
All of
everybody is. Just search The Real Debaters. REEL is the easiest way to do so. At Real Debaters for Twitter, at Real Debaters for Instagram. The Real Debaters on TikTok. Follow Charles when you're not listening to us. Go listen to him as much as you listen to us on the Nerdgasm on his YouTube channel. Those will also be in these notes. All of our bios are coming. I know I've talked about this website at the beginning of the show for the last 3 months and at the end of the show for the last month. It's slowly working its way out. I promise you will be able to see everybody. You'll be able to interact with us. It's just taking a lot more time because we like doing the show more than I like doing all that shit. So, and nobody's being like, "Where's your fucking website?" That said, I have been Michael Petrow.
I'm Charles Fernandes.
But you love my lobster.
Willem Dafoe.
How'd you get in here?
And out in Vancouver.
Use Magnum condoms all day.
Watch all the movies, kids. We're gone. Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye. But you love my lobster.
Farewell and adieu to you fair Spanish ladies.
And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, another Real Debaters production is in the can. Thank you so much for listening. If this is your first, second, third, fifth, 20th time, thank you so much. But thank you to the first timers, the ones here who pressed play for the first time and took a gamble on us. If you like what you heard today, the easiest thing to support the show is just to subscribe. Hit the like button, the follow button, whatever's in your podcast player. Make it so that we're always there every Wednesday for you, okay? That would be huge. If you want to stay in touch with us, if you want to follow us, there's a couple ways to do that. We're on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook. We're slowly migrating to YouTube by putting all of the things we've ever put on video onto that site. There's some surprises coming this year that happened a while ago, but I felt needed to be shared because they're part of the Debaterverse. So the YouTube page is coming. But if you want to follow us, it's at Real Debaters Pod on Twitter and Instagram. It's the Real Debaters Podcast on TikTok. All of the links, all of the one-click away things are in the show notes that you've just listened to. So if you want to follow us there, that would be great too, because then you get to stay in the know of all the things that we do and where we're going to try to do this year and what we've done in the past, so on and so forth. So that's how you stay in touch with us. If you want to contact us, it's therealdebaters@gmail.com. All the spelling for all these things is REEL to keep with the title of the show. So you can send an email to us there, request an episode, want to call out one of us for being a goofball. There's places to do that as well too, like the Real Debaters website. You can email us, or you can go straight to the website, rate us on Podchaser, realdebaters.ca. And if you really, really liked what you heard and you want to support the show in some fashion that requires you spending money, well, we got a couple ways for you to do that as well too. You can buy our merch at the Prop Shop. It's a store through Threadless, and it's online, and you can order stuff. We've got tons of stuff. We've got our Mass Debater wear there. It's our signature, original, and only line. It's our logo on everything. So you can support us that way. Go to the merch tab in the show notes, or if you just got $1 and you're like, hey, I want to give you $1 and donate it to your cause, there is a tab in the show notes as well too that says donate to the Debaterverse, I think. And if you click on that, it takes you to a donation page where you can donate like $1, $3, and $5, and you'll get something for your $1, $3, or $5. Any more than that's just ludicrous. Luda. So, that's just kind of what I wanted to tell you, that what I said at the end of the show. This is what you should listen to, because this is all about who we are. And now that we've gotten to where we are, we want to interact with you guys more. So these are the ways to do so. This is the way to stay in touch with us. Thank you to everybody, again, who's listened to the show. Again, you pressed play. You took a chance. That's cool. So without further ado, this is where I said I would talk more. So it's eggs on your face. No, I got nothing else for you. So thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week. And watch all them fucking movies. Bye-bye.